I'll turn the audio on. Okay, so it should be good to go now.
Hi everyone, welcome, and we have a run from Drakengard, the PS2. Yep, and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kath. I run this game. We're gonna be doing cutscene %, which means that we're gonna get to watch the beautiful story of Route A. While it will mostly just be the CGs, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the time just so that maybe we can watch some of the event cutscenes as well. So yeah, I was here yesterday for Dawn 3, and I'm gonna let my lovely commentators introduce themselves.
So...
Hi, I'm Rod. No, Alice. No, you need to introduce yourself, Alice. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Alice. I was commentating with Kat yesterday for Drakengard 3. I speedrun Drakengard 3 and I want to speedrun this game more. But yeah.
I'm Rod. I speedrun this game and the other ones. Yeah.
Alright, with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this is gonna be a long run. We are doing it on easy, because doing it on normal is an experience, and we're just not gonna be doing that today. So yeah, without further ado, timer's gonna start as soon as we say yes here. And let's go!
Playing the game in normal, it's an experience.
It's an experience, but we actually get to watch these cutscenes now.
And dragons still roam upon the earth. Two great powers, the Union and the Empire, wage fierce war for the control of a goddess who protects the harmony of the world. In only a short time, the Empire has become powerful beyond reckoning, and now it turns to attack the castle where the Union safeguards the goddess. The world teeters on the brink of chaos. Its fate now lies in the hands of one man.
It begins.
Pretty eye.
Alright, it begins, to quote our lovely hero in there. So yeah, this is Drakengard. And you're about to see the fire gameplay with great strategy and deep mechanics.
Even better than the one we saw yesterday.
Lord Kaim, the Empire has surrounded
Yeah, there's
the
two
castle.
whole buttons we can press to do things.
Anyway, I do actually have to kind of concentrate on these first two levels because the the weapon that we have right now is really, really bad.
Yeah, this weapon is...
Oh, that was rude. Anyway, go ahead.
This weapon doesn't really have the best magic in the game, and
Your sister, I mean the
Doesn't
goddess
have-
Freya, is in the castle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It only has 3 damage, which will come into perspective later when we eventually get rid of it, which will be as soon as possible. So the main mechanic right here is you can see Kath's doing 1 attack, and then her sword is doing a little flash. So the regular attacks in this game are square, and then for when the flash happens, you want to hit triangle. Triangle is your magic button, which is normally a fireball, but if you hit it during your sword flashing, it will do that like final blow, which does a bunch more damage. We're going to pretty much be doing that the entire game. That's the main combat mechanic for this game.
Yeah, so much like in Dawn 3, there's like 3 different gameplay styles. There's this, which is the ground level missions, which I would say are like kind of the bulk of the game if you're playing casually.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're playing casually, it is absolutely going to be the main gameplay mode you see, and then the other 2 we'll see in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you want to make sure to check your combo, because the higher it goes, the better it will be, because it can drop
They're within the castle
HP
walls.
potions, to say it somehow, because the game doesn't really have a potion system.
I'm
So
getting memed right now.
welcome to Drakengard.
Yeah, pretty much the main speed tech for this level is don't get knocked over.
Yeah, don't get
That's-
hit.
It's going to be a pretty constant theme. Because getting hit's bad, because he'll just kind of stand there and go, ah. But if you get really hit, he'll just get knocked on his butt, and that's extremely slow.
Yeah, there's not really any way to speed it up, and also there's not really a way to prevent getting hit sometimes.
Yeah. You can sort of sidestep them if you're really spicy with it, but it's not at all consistent, and they normally don't have much of a tell when they start their attacks. So it's just like, oh,
Protect her.
I'm getting owned today.
Protect
And by the
Furia.
time you realize it, you're already on the floor.
Yeah, and if you got alive, then good for you. That doesn't happen often.
So we actually got our first weapon there. We're going to ignore it. It's called Bonebreaker, and it's bad, so we're just going to throw
Bad.
that away.
Yeah, we're gonna forget about that one. I know
Yeah,
I said
don't
we were
worry
gonna
about
equip
that
the
one.
first weapon we got, but I meant the first good weapon we got. He's wearing Crocs.
A dragon.
Also, fun fact: whenever he's squeaking, it's because his Crocs are squeaking, which I didn't notice until Ron told me.
You're welcome.
Kill me if you desire, but you can never dirty my soul, wretched human.
Tell me, do you still want to live, dragon?
What?
A pact! There's no other way!
What makes you worthy of a pact with me?
Worthy or not, I wish to live. Despise me if you will, but I shall not die. Your answer, a pact or death?
And I hope y'all really like Kaim's voice, because we're going to be hearing it a lot in this run, because he never shuts up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, like, if you thought, like, the boys yesterday in Dawn 3 were annoying, I'm really sorry.
So, a quick story recap, because we didn't really talk about it. So, Kaim is part of the Union, and the Empire is invading them. Okay, so we're fighting the Empire. There's a dragon that's been captured here. That's fine. It's cool and all. Kaim's sister's the goddess. That's cool.
Goodness
We'll figure that out
gracious.
later, too. And, yeah. He is a prince, I believe.
Yeah, he was a
Yes,
prince.
please.
He was a prince, but his parents are dead now, so he's
yeah,
not
his
really a
parents
prince.
were
Yeah.
killed by a dragon, as we saw in that flashback, along with zero explanation of it. There's never any explanation for most things in this game.
They explain
That's
it
just kind of
later.
how it
They
is.
explain that cutscene later. We're not gonna
I
watch
guess
it
they
because
kinda
it's an
do.
event cutscene.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The CGs have very little dialogue in them most of the time, but the event missions are the exact opposite of that. And we're gonna skip, I think, a lot of those.
Yeah.
Taste the steel of my sword.
Because the event missions are just like a top-down thing, and there's just the character models just standing there.
So they do actually have animation, as opposed to, like,
Yeah.
if you play Drakengard 2, it's like the opposite of that, because they actually do, like,
Yeah.
move around, and they're, like, actually fully animated, which is kind of cool.
It is neat. Drakengard 2, they instead have CG, but instead of like animating it, it's just screenshots.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
It's a lot.
But it's, like, very, like, oh geez, like, you know, it's like top-down, like, Dungeons and Dragons games from, like, the, like, PC on, like, the early 2000s, late 90s. That's kind of like the vibe that the event missions have, and we'll see them in just a second.
Yeah.
But
I
someone
think
asked-
with all
yeah.
these games are that if you want to understand the plot entirely, you likely need to read the side content,
Yeah,
play the other games, and pretty much figure out yourself what's going on up
Yeah,
to a
and-
certain point.
and we're only going to be getting a ending, so we're not going to explain too much about the other endings, but it's ending E, the 5th ending, that goes to the other games.
Yep.
The other games being near.
And Auto Tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your answer.
A pact or death. We are united by our need to live.
Well,
Yes, a pact.
Alright, just to get this out of the way, for most of the game, the dragon is known as Red Dragon. We are probably going to be dropping her actual name pretty shortly, not on purpose. I wouldn't.
incapable of calling her
Yeah.
Red the
We're
entire
on
time.
days right now, not saying the name.
we shall fight on the ground.
Oh, so aerial
to the
levels.
sky.
These are fun.
Yeah, so this is gameplay style too. If you were here for the Dawn 3 run yesterday, you might notice it's a lot different than the shmup.
Yes.
What the
A
heck
lot
was that?
different.
You actually have
Never had that
control of
happen
your
before.
dragon now.
Fools.
Don't know if cool, but yes. Oh, you don't want... On this part of the game, you likely want to ignore the ground enemies that you see, like the towers in there. Because even if the game marks them as objectives, you don't need them to progress on the level.
Yeah.
So you want to ignore them as much as you can.
Yeah, towers are entirely optional in these levels. There's only a couple levels in the entire game where you actually need to kill something on the ground, and we're not going to play those because those are like, I think, rating D.
Yeah,
So-
I think so.
There's a mechanic in this game where your cursor, or like the reticle, will lock onto just enemies that are nearby, and you might think that that's the game telling you where you should go, but no, that's just the game randomly pointing you in some direction. It's
Yeah.
entirely unhelpful, and if you actually trust it as a casual player, you'll waste an insane amount of time.
Yeah, if you're like, you know what's like really playing this game casually is an experience.
Yeah.
It's an experience, yeah. It's something you have to experience yourself to understand.
Yeah, this.
Those are refrigerators.
Yeah, we have refrigerators here that we're fighting.
Love refrigerators.
Also, because
So-
I saw people mention the slideshow, the dog is actually my dog, and she's wearing her swimsuit. I just wanted to share that while we're killing all these cubes. Anyway, go ahead, Rod. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, please interrupt whenever you want. I was just gonna say that I think that the refrigerators are actually called gargoyles.
Yeah,
right?
they're
Didn't we
gargoyles.
look that up?
Yeah.
But they look like refrigerators, and I just prefer to call them that. Those
Yeah, we
are
have-
cubes. What do they call them again?
Can you guess why you're not saying the Red Dragon's name? Yeah, go for it.
Because it's really hard to pronounce. It's
Smart.
So the refrigerators, they have those orbs around them. You have to shoot 3 times to make the orbs go away. You can lock on, which is a little quicker if you lock on, like the lock on will fire faster. But sometimes the lock ons just like spin around the fridges instead of actually hitting them, in which case it's annoying. Kath is going to kill the optional one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get magic,
Yeah.
because the fridges were kind of memeing me a bit, so...
Yeah, and then you're doing the nice. You're doing the strat where you kill all the ones on the right and then magic.
I'm
So you don't have to
trying,
fly
but
around.
sometimes it doesn't always
Please.
work. Nope.
No, meme ship lie. So the strat for this ship is to kill all the ones on the left side and then magic to hope that all the ones on the right die.
Hello, why are you targeting me there when it's dead? Hey, we're just gonna bleed time on this level real quick. No big deal.
Yeah, that's yeah.
This level is just like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the
I'm
woman at the
trying.
end of 3? No.
No.
So that was brother
No.
1.
Yeah.
I did
That ending
mention to
doesn't-
keep an eye out for someone who looks like him. And don't worry, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I'm gonna give you a warning right now. So this game is very optimized, like the game itself, not the speedrun. Yeah, you're about to see it turn into a slideshow for a second. That's not
a
the
Drakengard
stream.
reference.
Yeah. It's
It's the match with the one at the top right.
it's
you know?
it's not the it's not the stream dying. It's
You thought there was just one slideshow.
yeah, there's multiple slideshows.
The Empire soldiers are massing around the castle.
Yeah, so this is the final form of ground combat outside, is riding... Wow, I almost said the dragon's name. I'm gonna see how long I can go without doing that. Riding red and flying around like this to kill enemies. There's pretty much 0 times for a lot of the game where you want to get off red to fight enemies on the ground, but there are some times you have to, and we'll point that out once we get there. And yeah, main gameplay loop, kill the targets. Just, you know, just keep killing them, it's cool.
So
Oh, and I also...
I
no, go
wonder-
ahead, I'll save this.
I wonder if chat can guess which pictures on the slideshow are official and which ones aren't.
yeah, please do.
Since they want to guess
This one's
stuff, you
official.
can guess that.
Lord Kine! Lord
My
Kine!
dog is actually
Please
an official
answer!
part of Drakengard lore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's the first
archers.
introduction of archers, yeah. Not only is this our first time seeing the Imperial Arbalesters, but also our first time having an enemy on a hill, which is also one of the most irritating things in this game. So, while riding
Not the
red...
most.
Yeah, while riding red, if you get hit twice by archers within a relatively long time period, it's like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, it'll knock you off, and then you have to get back on, which is just slow and annoying. And also, sometimes you can get knocked off in a spot where you can't get back on. So you then have to run around and find a spot where you can get back on, which is extremely arbitrary most of the time. Because red is afraid of small rocks and bushes.
Yeah, also you might notice me, it looks like I'm drunk driving the dragon. That is actually a strat because it changes her hitbox. For whatever reason, that makes it harder for her to get hit by arrows.
Oh god, I never got to that part of the task.
Cut them down and cut them down, yet still they come.
Is it alright if I interrupt for a donation?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, we have $20 from Bunniest Bun Renna. That says, "Hey all, Hans from the timeline that got insta-munched by gamers. Just finished my journey to the time-ending throne. Here are my spoils to support the girls." Thank you so much for the donation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
in
you.
time. Actually, I lied. There's 4 styles of gameplay, but this one is like gameplay in like heavy quotation marks.
Yeah, this is big quotes gameplay here. So they really like having different perspectives, and that's our first look at an event mission actually there too, with the face in the bottom left. So that's the top-down game style. You always have Keim stored in that, and you never have to kill enemies in the A ending route. There's one level I think in the game where you have to kill enemies in that.
I think you have
Yeah.
to kill them for some of the weapons.
One
don't
of the
you?
weapons, yeah. Yeah, you need that, I think.
No, you don't have to kill any weapons.
Oh really? Oh, is it just the one where you like
Yeah,
run
it's just-
slightly northeast or whatever?
Yes, it's approximately northwest.
That's sorry, approximately northwest.
Approximately northwest is an actual line in our notes for all endings of this game. Because there's no markers.
So there's a guy that's spawning behind us. Don't worry about that. It's fine.
Yeah, you never have to fight them ever.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's new. Alright, I've never had that happen before.
I've had that before, but I'm very, very rare. That's a new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Drakengard never.
Drakengard.
Unique indoor level right there. So this is, I guess, another type of level. It's more like the very first level, but you're on the ground.
Yeah, take a shot.
Inside, so you can't use red. But yeah, and we got a weapon there. We can talk about that after the level.
Yeah, we don't get to use it yet.
We do get to hear the Empire here, though.
Upwards, upwards. The seal is above. The goddess seal is there.
It's so hard to not just say these quotes.
You
like,
can
that's why
say
I have
them.
to
You
mute
can
every
say
cutscene.
them.
No, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to.
Why not? You
I have
say
to
it all
mute
the
every
time.
cutscene just to not say things. I know.
No.
I'm not running. If I'm running, I'm okay with it.
Goddess is forced to the top.
Yeah,
Also,
so
can't hear the game.
So I speedrun another game called Zombie Zone, where that sort of thing happens all the time. But I can say with certainty that I've never had that happen in Drakengard 1 in my time running this game. So that was a first, and you guys all got to be here to see it. So I hope
Man,
that
I
you
always go to the
enjoyed.
right here.
Yeah.
You go right here? It's the
I
same.
always go to the right. I know, but it's so weird seeing someone go to the left.
This is what Sugoi's notes say to do.
Wait, really? Her
Yeah.
notes say that? Oh man. Sugoi, what?
Imagine reading notes and
Imagine
figure out.
reading notes.
Oh yeah, so this game does have a guide now. It used to have very vague go west notes, but
It still does for all of
the
them.
lovely and adorable
game.
and cute Sugoi wrote a good guide for it now. So if
Yeah,
you're
her
interested in
guide's
running this
actually
game,
Our oath, the world's oath.
come check us out
They
on
are the
sponsored by
same.
Drakengard.com.
That's our Discord. That's not like some weird shady website. That's literally just Discord.
Hashtag
Just to throw
not
that out there before we
sponsor.
start saying that. But yeah, her guide is an extreme upgrade from what we used to have, which was just my notes on the world record run, which were awful.
Are we gonna talk about the world record holder now? At its interior?
Oh, neurotic.
Can. Oh, neurotic. Yeah. So the world record for this game was in, when was it? I always forget this.
Like 2007 or
2008?
something. It's like
Oh, it was-
7
it
years
was-
old now.
It was after Dog Food. It was 8 years ago.
I can-
2013. It was like when
Oh.
Dot 3 was announced. So Neurotic ran this game a really long time ago, and no one else cared about it whatsoever. And then they just completely disappeared. They have never been active ever again.
Yeah, they posted in a forum like
Yeah, they
three
post on the
things.
speed demos archives for them, and then they just stopped. And yeah, but we do
I
have a
know.
single run that's really good, and it's kind of hard to beat. They must have practiced a lot for it.
Yeah, they gave us the knowledge and then disappear.
When we needed them
Lady
most.
Furiai's chamber lies ahead.
Oh, we have some spicy stuff coming up.
Some spicy stuff?
Yeah, the event mission.
Oh yeah, we're
remember?
actually gonna watch an event cutscene.
Yeah.
Also, here's Knight's Vow. It's actually good,
yeah,
so
this-
we're gonna equip it.
Yeah, this weapon does... How much damage does it do? Oh god, I always forget. Damn it.
Aww.
It does more than
Alice?
3.
Alice, pull up the
Oh yeah,
the
7.
guidebook.
Because Fang's Glaive is 14.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
7.
I can
Not
open
that
the thing though.
Hi. Oh my god.
Oh no!
That
Oh,
really
no,
just.
I'm coming to help you.
Time. No, it's not actually spicy. It's just this.
It's enough. He's dead. Full of bloodlust as always.
Make sure to watch his portrait in the bottom left.
But you helped me. Once again. Kayam, you cannot speak. A pact? The castle is no longer safe. I thought I would take Furiai to the elf village. Since the elves are bound to eternal neutrality, their village would be a safe
Okay, we
haven
can
from
skip the rest
Empire.
of that now. The bleh is the thing. Anyway, we're gonna go chill with some elves.
Yeah, there's another CG right here though.
Yeah.
It's good.
Perhaps we should celebrate. The usual song?
So my timer restarted for some reason, even though I didn't press space. That's exciting. So I'm keeping an eye on
Fine.
it.
PB, let's go.
Free PB.
I saw nothing. So, that was the usual song. And, before that, the, not being able to talk thing. So, the whole, like, shtick with packs is... I think I have time to explain it, don't I?
Yeah.
Do you have anything important? Okay. Is essentially you tie your life force to something else. So if one of them dies, the other one's going to die. That works both ways. And it's normally like a human and like a creature of some type is what pacts are between. I don't think there's a human pact, like, at least in Drakengard that I know of.
There's not in any of them.
No.
Yeah. So the human has to give up something that's extremely important to them. I think it's sometimes phrased like something that's most important to them, which
Yep.
is really funny knowing some of the other pact prices, but they have to give that up and it's their pact price. And in Kaim's case, he gave up his ability to speak.
The old legends have come
And in
alive.
exchange, he got all this power and a cool tongue tattoo. So, I know we joked that we'd hear him a lot, but he doesn't have any voice lines past those first couple levels. He's done talking.
Until like another ending.
Until another ending in Arkham. Where he
Yeah.
does say an amazing line.
He
It's
says, like,
actually
the
worth
only-
playing.
I think it's
Yeah.
the best line the game
It's worth
has.
playing the game just to get that line.
Please don't
Yep.
leave me, Bridges. Oh, they don't leave me.
I can't believe
No.
Fridges did this. No, that's fine. Just get this one as long as it doesn't. Okay, you're good.
There you go.
Because what will happen is the fridge will respawn its orbs, and then you can't do anything, and then it just flies over you.
Yeah, so my timer stopped. I think I was about at 30, so I'm just gonna base it off of that.
Close enough.
Yeah. This isn't submittable anyway because
I mean,
we're
you
watching
could submit it.
cutscenes, but
It's just not probably going to be. If you watch cutscenes. All of my e-ending runs in this game, I've watched cutscenes, so none of them are submittable.
Oh,
just submit it anyway, it's fine. I'll
I
submit it.
try
it's movie night, so you can choose to move it.
Oh my goodness, these bats.
Oh, I wanted to say this earlier. So you might be thinking it's like an emulator glitch or something when you hear the extreme, or a capture glitch, when you hear the extreme bass boosted like magic attack in the air. No, that's actually like how it's supposed to sound, and this is being played on console.
Yeah,
like,
this
it
is
sounds
being...
like that always, no matter what you use.
Just to make it clear, this is being played on an actual PS2,
Yeah.
so...
This is how the
And this
game.
PS2 is doing its best.
My PS2 does its best, yeah. But yeah, so packs, basically every party member that we get, and by that I mean we're not getting any of them in this game, or in this route, which is good. It has a pact partner, and it basically gives them really powerful magic, in exchange for, like, I'm gonna be honest, not that big of a deal pact prices for most of them.
Most of them.
Most.
Times is actually like one of the worst because you like just can't talk at all. They do have telepathy, the two pact partners. So most of the game you basically know what Kaim is thinking off of what Red says. Red being the dragon. God, I'm so nice to say. I'm trying.
Found to the east.
Alright, we're gonna pray that I don't get memed here, but considering
Yeah, so
how
these
everything
enemies
else
can't
is
hit
going...
Smile.
So, for a long time we thought that you just couldn't get hit by these guys except on emulator because they just attack too slow. But then we found out that that's not true, and they can meme you.
I knew you could, but it's so rare. You have to like accidentally push one for them to be able to hit you. But I of course said that during a marathon, and then instantly got hit by one.
Instantly got like.
And I had like never been hit on a stream before doing
also,
that.
thank you for the good luck.
That's the thing. If you say it's not gonna happen, then it's gonna happen.
Wait, this part's really annoying when
that.
you're playing casually, but I've unfortunately memorized this map, so I don't have to open it.
The arrow makes you think you have to run across.
Yeah.
Like run one way, but you really have to run the other way.
Do you count it? I didn't get hit, so I wouldn't count it.
I see it with mine own eyes, and yet it cannot be.
But yeah, I guess we want to talk about the map while we're doing this lovely...
Do we mean the radar or the map?
Both. Why not both, you know?
Okay, so the thing in the top right, if you think of it as a mini-map, you're going to be sorely disappointed because it's very much not a mini-map. There's just a picture there. And on top of it, there's a radar. And now if you think of it as a radar, it becomes slightly less annoying. It's not much more helpful, but it
you
is
might
a radar.
notice it disappears every time someone talks.
Yeah. When anyone talks, it goes away, which is lovely when you're trying to use it to navigate, and then someone...
We're not going to name names yet.
We're not going to name names yet.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is really...
Someone likes to talk a lot. Oh my god. Those arbalesters are on you today.
There's a character that we're going to meet soon, so...
You
Elf
will,
Village, by the way.
you will find out just by looking and hearing who they are because it's very
As soon as you hear
noticeable.
them, yeah. You'll be like, oh, this guy sounds like he's gonna talk a lot. And you're gonna be right.
Anyway, all the elves are dead. Spoilers. They're dead now.
Oh wait, you should watch this event.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how long it is, but...
We'll watch this one because Rod asked nicely.
It's gotta...
Yeah. Draw, not the watchers. Write, not the watchers.
We have time for a donation?
Sing, not the watchers. Call,
Right
not
after
the
this cutscene, yeah. Okay.
What is this?
Or you could probably skip it now. I don't know what happens after
we can go
that.
now.
I just wanted the Watchers one because that's like a good quote.
Yeah,
That was
because
a great time to read a
they
donation.
broke every rule just by doing that on the ground, but okay.
We have $30 from Jake Frostwich that says, keep up the good work. And then a $243.68 donation from Your God Lauren that just says, hella.
Lauren,
Thank you, guys.
It's my roommate.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the donations, and that brings us up to our goal of $2,300.
Oh,
Let's
next cutscene, remind me to find a new meme to add to the slideshow.
Oh yeah, we said we were gonna add a meme every time we hit the goal or something.
If the Empire has a garrison in these mountains.
But yeah, thank you guys for donating.
Yeah, that's
It's a
awesome.
really good cause.
Yeah.
If we meet the next goal, I'll add another meme to the slideshow.
I don't think we're gonna run out. Like we won't.
Yeah, we have plenty. Don't worry about that.
That's the whole essence of Drakengard 1. It's not about the game, it's about the memes.
Yeah, like we explained the gameplay in the first level. The rest of it, we just have to talk about the game. It's gonna be great.
Y'all have too many memes. Don't worry about it. Anyway, a fun thing that can happen in some of these levels, just to give a heads up, because I was flying pretty low, sometimes the game just stops and has to load. And it doesn't always happen, it just kind of sometimes be that way, and you kind of just have to deal with it.
The game just sometimes wants to take a quick break and just says, hold up, I'm loading. And it's completely random, it feels like.
Oh, it's unfortunate I don't have magic to just skip this part.
Oh, these are griffins. They're awful.
I'm gonna kill them in just a second. So don't worry, we have a whole level to talk about griffins.
Okay. A recurring theme of new aerial enemies.
The path to the shrine lies open. Go!
Ooh, speaking of new aerial enemies, this game was originally going to be just aerial levels. Because they wanted to make like an Ace Combat but with dragons. That was like the original pitch for it. But then Dynasty Warriors came out, and that did really good. And they're like, "Well, this is cool. Hey, can you do
I
that
want to
too?"
do that again. I want to do that as well. And that's this game happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how this game happens.
Also, it's supposed to be on like 2 discs originally. Oh my goodness, archers, please. Yeah, so welcome to the game where they figured out how to add a bunch of projectile users into one level.
And they just were like, "Wow, Control C, Control V."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we figured out how the level editor works. We got so many archers. Anyway, that's what happens. You get knocked off. And you have to do that whole animation. Also, you'll notice I ran away instead of just immediately getting onto the dragon. That's because she can't pick you up next to bushes, rocks, ballista.
Other scary things.
Other scary things, rocks. Holy moly.
Ah, softy. Just baby.
We also have a new enemy type here.
Oh, yeah, the red enemy. So the thing about these enemies, if there's any enemy that uses a red armor or it's in a red color, they will be immune to magic and they will reflect it to you. And they are annoying because you have to kill them just with your melee attacks. They are usually on big ropes and it can be very, very scary sometimes because you can't use red in here either. Because again they will reflect it to her and you will get knocked out.
So there is an exception to the magic rule and it's allies. So if you're playing this game casually, you want to get the allies. Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
They are big
Okay, that's
on fighting them because of their big damage.
Speaking of
please,
Control
please,
C,
please.
Control V, wizards. Oh boy, you know what'd be really fun? Like 30 of them.
So wizards are like archers, except they fire significantly faster for whatever reason. And yeah, there's just a lot of them. This is known as the wizard level.
Yeah, I call this like on my splits like wizard memes because sometimes you just get bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level can be very scary on Emu because they go even faster. So yeah.
So honestly, the ability, as you can see, as soon as you get on red, they just immediately start firing. Like, super fast. Oh, jeez. Okay. So basically, this level can take 3 minutes or like 6 years, depending on how lucky you get with the magic, with using the dragon magic.
Luckily, the wizards right now are red.
Geez. Yeah.
So you can use magic on them.
Oh, come on. But yeah, if they start attacking out of sync, it becomes a real nightmare. Oh my goodness.
That was unfortunate.
Every part of this is unfortunate.
Yeah, I sometimes like to kill all the red enemies here because you don't want them to goo at you.
Yeah, I thought I did, but alas.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, it did the lock on. Wow.
Oh boy.
This is basically what running Drakengard. This is like if everything went wrong during your Drakengard 1 run, this is what it would look like. Fun fact. How did that hit me? Okay.
It's fine. There's full heals in a lot of the levels like this. They're not marked on the map, but we know where they are.
Yeah,
So, for example, there's one in the ruins. Here.
I'm trying to avoid getting that because it's slow.
Yeah. It is faster than dying, though.
It is faster than dying.
Oh, magic gives you iframes as well. You saw Cath use it there. She did magic to snipe an enemy, and then the wizard bullet
Okay, guys.
Holy. So that's what we were saying about getting hit. It can be really scary because they can just stun you if they want.
What? Okay, there we go. That's about to be like, hello.
Oh, you can actually see the chest in there at the left.
Ooh,
Yep,
5
that's
minutes.
the full heal chest.
Feels bad. Yeah, so I didn't get to use red like at all there.
Yeah, if you're super lucky, you can use red a lot and just snipe them off. But if you just start getting owned, it's better just jump on the ground.
Yeah.
And we're done playing the game now.
Yeah. All right. That was 80%. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I don't feel like finishing this.
That wizard level
that's
just
all.
tilted me that bad.
You've seen enough.
Yeah, there's something else you need to see. Might as well just reset the run, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna start saying that. I like that one.
Oh, cool. Please.
You might have noticed that Cath menued upwards off of a level that had a number next to it that was in Roman numerals. So those are, I just call them Roman numeral levels. If you keep playing, like if you just keep hitting X and just keep playing through the game without thinking, it will send you to go get your allies. That's really slow, and we don't really need either of them.
Yeah.
So we quit out and we go pick the non-Roman numeral level, and that just lets you go through the game without getting the allies. The game never tells you about this, and there's no sign in-game that you're going to go get them, except that there's a Roman numeral level, and that's not even explained why that matters.
Yeah, if you're speedrunning this on normal, which you absolutely should not,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You do have to get one of the allies, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get Leonard.
The one that we should skip
Leonard.
there.
Because his level only takes like 5 minutes or something, it's pretty short.
Yeah.
But
the other ally takes like 45, you said?
yeah,
from
I
the
timed it, it's
Ariosh.
45 minutes.
And that's a lot. Ariosh is the better of the two allies in essentially every way.
Griffins. Do you want to talk about Griffins while I get
Yeah, so Griffins were that air enemy that they introduced a while back, and they're significantly more annoying than other air enemies because they're faster. And they will dodge some of your lockdown shots, I believe, as well. So it's sort of better to aim at them, at least in my experience. But they can also just circle around you really close. And if you haven't noticed, you can't really turn super fast in this game. The controls feel kind of heavy. So having something circle right next to you extremely fast is very annoying.
it's gonna
ahead.
So you might have noticed that we are now fighting cubes as well. And they might, if you saw the Drakengard 3 run yesterday, you might think they are similar. Yes, they are the same enemy. They appear on Drakengard 3 as well.
they
They
appear in
make
all of
their
them.
first appearance in
They're in all
here.
of them.
Yeah, they are as well on other near games. Yeah.
They appear in every Drakengard game except for the
Yes.
except for the Final Fantasy 14 crossover. Unfortunately.
They don't
Yeah.
appear in the Drakengard mobile game.
Oh yeah.
Just fun fact, there's a phone game for this. And by phone game, I mean a phone game from this period. And there's actually one runner of this.
Yeah, and he's putting a lot of effort in that.
He
so
has.
Actually impressive, like for
It's
real.
he's managed to get direct capture off of one of his phones. It's really impressive. He had to buy a bunch of adapters to find
Right,
one that
guys, we're in
worked.
the best map in the game, which is the desert.
Ah, yes, the desert. So I mentioned.
We're also about to
yeah,
meet we're also about to meet the best boy in this entire
yes.
game. Anyway, desert.
So I foreshadowed earlier that mountains and elevation changes when you're on Angeles are extremely irritating.
Oh,
So what
there it
about
goes.
sand dunes?
You lasted like 5 levels, Rod. Congrats.
Wait, I did? Damn it! I tried! I always forget that they don't mention her name.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
not
even
till
realize
ending,
that
eh?
when I said it.
Yeah, you didn't mention. You were calling her Red really well for the rest of it.
I was thinking so hard. That required like literally 9,000% of my brain.
Oh, damn, that was unfortunate.
Okay, now you can breathe then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. So
Oh,
the
I
sand dunes are extremely
What the heck is
irritating, and I was so passionate that I forgot to call her Red. There's my excuse. The sand dunes are extremely irritating because you have like very small up-down movement, and the sand dunes make it so that even if you're looking straight down, your shot goes way too far, and it just throws you off a lot.
And so if you go too far, the HP will reset. So it will help. It won't help you with that because you go slightly far from them and it will reset. And it's because you can't really check how far you are because of the dunes, the difference in the floor.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, the render distance for enemies is very low. And you can't actually hit them out of render distance, but it's not very helpful. There's one mechanic to these ground levels we haven't talked about yet, which is you can fire a fireball every 45 frames. But enemies have iframes, so if you spam that fast, you're gonna shoot into their iframe. So you have to kind of wait a bit. Also, this is the dragon magic on the ground. It's not that great, but it's really good if there's a ton of archers.
Also, it's very slow because the game likes to lag out sometimes while you're doing it.
If I can hear your
Oh my goodness,
Yeah, you can do
Vertile,
360
shush.
too. Oh yeah, that's Vertile.
Oh yeah?
you're gonna hear a lot of Vertile.
You must be careful. Prison is well
So now is when we say goodbye to the radar minimap, however you want to
Oh
call
my goodness, Vertile. Please let me out of this thing. You also have to wait for the dialogue to finish if you get stuck in a dialogue. World record holder is able to finish the level before Red even says her first line. I don't know how.
Yeah. So Vertile also has a pact, but he had a pact with a dragon that turned to stone, so it's not really that helpful. And his pact price, if you haven't noticed from the sick tat he has, was all of his hair.
Also,
That's
Inuart's crucified. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no,
he's
don't worry
fine.
about that.
Don't mind him.
He's not fine.
He's
but
fine.
Yeah. More importantly than that, Vertile's hair was so good, he had to give it up as a pact price.
Yeah, basically.
So, he just
Also,
got a cool tattoo out
He
of it.
was.
His
he
pact
was
partner
called,
is a petrified dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was considered one of the most handsome men in the kingdom. And he stopped being considered like that once he made the pact. But he liked the company of his dragon a lot, so he didn't really mind that much. But then his dragon went petrified, and now we have a man that doesn't stop talking, and we all mess with our minimaps, so yeah.
Yeah, as he's doing right now.
He misses his dragon. It's okay.
Yeah. I guess him losing his hair could also be kind of like alluding to a loss of his confidence in some way. Because he is sort of cowardly. As you will find out.
I don't actually know if we see it that much in this ending.
No.
Oh, we will see.
Yeah. We see it enough, but we see it more in other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This game is bananas. Yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah.
It's every other fruit too. It's a lot of them.
Do I have time for a couple donations?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah.
We have $20 from Cyanide Sugar that says, for the girls. Thank you for that. And $20 from Paintbrush Samurai that says, I'm sure I won't be awake, but good luck on the run, Umbrella Jill. I love watching your RE2R runs and seeing your collectibles. Keep it up, and as Leon would say, R.
The seals of the temples
Thank you for the
keep
donation.
chaos from the world. Come. They must never
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for donations. Oh yeah, we're out here because the Empire is trying to destroy the seals, which keep the world in balance.
The seal.
See, there you go. You can say the quotes of the game if you're not playing.
Yeah. I'm not
As
talking over the game. It's fine.
as far as like the actual story of this game goes, it's basically Empire versus Union. We have a cool dragon. We're trying to save the world from getting destroyed.
Yeah, and so the Empire's inexplicably trying to destroy all the seals, which will cause the end of the world, or something like that. And we don't want that, so we don't fight them. And Anywhere got kidnapped.
Yeah, he got
so now
kidnapped.
we're looking for Anywhere. Also, Vertile was kidnapped and held in the prison, and that's why he was like, can anyone hear me? Or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to point out that he's like... where he's like, I'm the Hierarch Vertile, and then Red says, is that
I think you
Vertile?
can just say her name now. We lost.
Okay, I'm gonna forget.
But yeah, the Empire has this thing where their eyes are glowing on red. You will see that in other games as well. But yeah, it's something very common on the series of Drakengard. It actually has to do with what we saw yesterday as well on Drakengard 3. But yeah, basically they are dead. They are, I won't say zombies, but they are very similar to something like that. They are like possessed in a certain way.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's why they don't really seem like talk normally or something. It's because they are actually not themselves. They are being used.
Yeah, they talk very monotone, as you heard earlier, where they were saying upwards, upwards, and other fun quotes from the Empire. Some can talk normal, and when they do, they have a really strong accent, and it's hilarious.
They are looking specifically for the seals and the goddess, who is our sister. The goddess is our sister. Basically, if all the seals fall, it's left to her to basically not die.
Yeah, they also try to kill all the elves because elves are actually immune to their power, so that's why they see them as enemies as well, and that's why it's one of their first objectives that we saw in the game.
Getting trolled.
We actually do have, someone drew art for when I was doing an e-ending run of this game, someone drew art of Furiai, the goddess seal, as a seal. Like,
oh,
with
yeah.
a ball on her nose. and yeah, so that does
Why does
exist.
the Empire
It's really
wish
good.
to destroy the
It's
seals?
perfect.
Do they seek the seeds of resurrection?
There's Bartlett
The red
again.
armor of the enemy
There's Bartlett
somehow
again.
protects them from magic.
Yeah, he's
So,
telling
yeah.
us things that we already knew from the wizard
Classic.
level. Classic Verdelay. Anyway, we picked up Verdelay's harp.
Inuart's
Or yeah, sorry, Inuart's harp. Sorry, I thought I said Inuart.
top falling on the sand.
It's just kind of vibing out in the desert.
Yeah.
So yeah, Inuart is not very good at fighting. Lore-wise, he's actually very jealous of Kaim. Because he has a better abilities than him. But he's way better at everything that's music related.
Yeah, he's our bard. If this was like our D&D party, he's our bard. He doesn't
Yeah.
hit very hard, but he can sing and helps morale.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, we will see more about him soon. So yeah, keep in mind that she's overall jealous about Kaim because Furia can be closer to Kaim than she is with him.
Oh jeez. Okay, well, understandable. Bro. Hello. Game.
The attack is only a diversion. Cain, you must return.
You might
to
also
the sea
notice the
at
camera's kind of weird. You can't turn the camera manually. You have to block to turn,
Oh,
and that is slow because it stops your
Good.
stops your
Now we
sprint
can
and
hurry to
everything
the
like
sea.
that. So I'm
Yeah.
just simply not going to turn unless I absolutely need to.
Yeah, you
Unfortunately, I
can
know this
turn.
game pretty well, so I don't really need to spin too much.
yeah. That you can kind of move your camera, but it will get in position right away. So it's not very helpful. It's all the other way. So yeah.
We're running. Is this the map where there's a weapon hidden, like...
Slightly not
Yeah,
something.
slightly northwest. So yeah, the thing with the endings in this game, for ending E, which is the final one, you need to collect all the weapons. Which is probably like the biggest time sink of the game. Because
Yeah,
if
you need
just,
to.
if you just play it straight through, it's actually not too bad.
Yeah,
Destroy
especially
the
because you will
spirits
also
of
need your
hell.
allies. Allies makes everything way easier. But yeah, there are some interesting ways to get some of the weapons. Some of them requires you to spend some long time on the levels.
Like no, literally a long time on the levels. That's the requirement.
Yeah.
Stand still for 25 minutes. You don't actually
Yeah.
have to stand still, but just play the level for that long.
Yeah. So yeah, others require you to look at certain pictures in certain order as well. And some can be really hard. Because they require you to play stuff in normal mode and do
Drive
them
all
on
the
a
spirits
specific
from the
time.
temple.
Without
Or
Drive them
magic.
away
Not
now.
using yeah.
Yeah, it's aerial
that can
levels
be
without
really
magic.
hard.
So like the best part of aerial levels is using magic in them. So then there's some you have to do on normal, which is already really hard. Like I know it's called normal, but no, just in your head think of that. Oh, that's hard mode. And then
Yeah, for
you know,
real.
So it's
Yeah, you can't 100%
The
this game on
Imperial
easy
forces are
mode
drawn
for whatever
to the
reason.
seal.
Also,
Yeah.
there's
So
ghosts
the-
here.
To a flame.
oh yeah,
Don't
they're
worry too much
spirits.
about that.
Yeah,
You
they're fine.
can't-
They're spooky.
You can, however, play the game in normal, in easy, and just change it to normal whenever you want. At work,
That's a good
you actually use it on the speedrun, but otherwise, you can just play the game in normal and it will work as well. But if you start your playthrough in easy, doesn't mean you won't be able to finish the game. It just means that you will have to do some of them in normal.
Yeah, the all endings run for this game takes about 8 to 9 hours if you're not watching cutscenes and you don't have the game style on you.
Yeah, which happens, as you can
Which
see.
happens. So here the targets aren't actually red. They're black, but they're right next to red enemies. So you need to like shoot them and then dodge, which Kath is doing. You didn't get knocked down, I think.
No, I didn't.
No, she's doing really well right now. This is harder than it looks like.
Yeah. This game is
For real.
constantly fighting you for your ability to play it.
Yeah, this game doesn't want to be played.
Yeah, like actually, it's meant to be unpleasant. I don't know if anyone here has heard the soundtrack of this game yet.
I mean,
if you've been
we're
watching,
listening to it right now.
You can hear it.
Yeah, there's one special.
Yeah.
Look at some special words about that. I don't know if you want to say them now or later.
No, we're gonna save those for later. We have a good.
Yeah,
for
the
that.
best
I was gonna say
one.
my favorite way to describe this, outside of this one Yoko Taro quote that we'll read later, is the soundtrack sounds like an orchestra fell down the stairs. Like that's just the easiest way to explain this soundtrack.
Anyway, if there's like anything like the hosts want to say or anything, that was a great time because we're just gonna go in a circle for a bit.
Yeah, because you don't get out of range, so the enemies won't reheal as long as you just go the donos.
So yeah, if you want your dono red right now, now's the time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Smile.
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 Also, I can't dash here because for whatever reason that also counts as resetting the camera.
Yeah, not even dashing away, just dashing.
Just dashing in general. You can be dashing like towards the stairs and it still counts for whatever reason.
Yep.
Imagine how fun this level will be on 2 players, 1 controller. By the way, we don't have that category, so if you're interested in playing,
I think this was actually the level.
I
think this was actually the level because I did 2-player 1 controller with Rod,
Yes.
where Rod literally left the room and took the controller with him and was just mashing square while I was steering. And we still managed to clear it pretty quickly. So, you know, if you...
It just takes a while. Because the enemies that have the black dot next to them are like commanders, which essentially means they're just tougher.
Yeah, as you can
They
see,
just build different.
by how many hits of straight dragon fire they're taking, they're pretty tough.
Yes.
Oh, I almost dashed there. That would have been pretty sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so
God,
tempting
yeah.
to dash here.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
there's
you
one
want to
left. Oh,
speed this
you.
so much, but you can't.
The seal! This game is extremely quotable.
Yeah, this game has like the best quotes.
It's unfair.
This place has fallen. We should return to the goddess.
Like a lot of times I know people prefer Japanese voice acting in a lot of these games, which is the original one for this. But I have it on JP and I've played on JP before. And man, the English quotes are just so funny.
It just hits different.
They really
It
are.
really does.
If you want a full
Although-
experience, you should definitely play on English. It's
Yeah.
just so funny.
The voice actors did a really good job. And Yor's voice actor is great. So we're done playing again.
Yeah, we're done.
We just don't feel like it. This is where we would unlock Ariosh, essentially.
Yeah, she's the best one.
We wish we could, but it
really
takes
is.
45 minutes.
If you want to play the game casually, definitely go for her. She will make your life so easy if you do.
Her
Magic's
magic.
so strong.
Her magic is like dropping like a bomb. Just in like
Yeah.
everywhere she looks, it's just immediately
it dies.
obliterated.
Even if she's not looking at that way.
Right, we're about to do another CG cutscene. So I'm gonna add a
Is
meme
this-
to our
this
slideshow. Yeah, this
the
is
good
the
one?
cutscene.
This
So we're
is-
gonna
this
be
is
silent.
one of my
for
favorite
this.
cutscenes in the game. Yeah.
I have to skip this event cutscene first.
Welcome to a world without song.
Alright, so there's a lot to unpack there. We were a little behind on explaining. So we mentioned earlier Inuart got captured. So Inuart was Freyja's fiance. But then she got chosen to be the goddess seal, so they had to break that off. So no more marriage, and Inuart was kind of unhappy about that. So Inuart got captured earlier on in the story, and we were kind of looking for him. While he was captured, he kind of had this conversation with his weird voice. We skipped over the event cutscene for it because it's extremely long. But he had this, it's really good though. So he had this weird conversation with this crazy voice, and the voice essentially convinced him that Kaim was his enemy, and if he wanted to have power, he needed to make a pact with a black dragon. So the voice was able to convince him into that. So he did, and now he's kind of like mind controlled. You can see his eyes were red, so that's kind of a sign that he's possessed. So he then shows up to the group and is like, hey, he walks through all of them and steals the goddess.
Yeah, he's basically like, yo, I can protect you. I just like to bring you back to the Empire that's trying to kill
because
you.
he's trying to protect her, because he's like, oh wow, we can't have Kaim like have Freyja all to himself. We need to. Kaim's also brothers, so I don't understand that fully. Smile.
You say so.
But yeah, so Inuart made a pact. His pact price was his ability to sing. So, welcome to a world without song. Like you can't sing anymore. It's cool. I really like that cutscene.
Also, he didn't have his harp when he went to jail.
Yeah,
he just picked it. Yeah, he picked it back up just to throw it, which I think is pretty metal.
Yep, he literally picked it up just to eat it, and oh boy did he! And then as soon as it lands, the music cuts. Oh, such a good cutscene.
Thank you, Grace. Alright, these are wyverns. They're annoying. So we're just gonna magic them because they're really annoying.
Oh yeah, so there's a new aerial level, or a new aerial enemy, and guess what? It's even more irritating than all the other ones.
So the reason why his musical talent, basically there's this whole, okay, so if you read the novella, which is gonna be
Oh boy.
it's gonna be a huge thing. I'm not
Here
gonna
we
say
go.
I'm not gonna say that part.
Okay.
But basically, he's trying to be. He wants to impress Furiai, but he really sucks at fighting. He's like 4 years younger than Kaim. Kaim is like really cool, and this is before Kaim is like only knows violence because his parents are still alive. So he's pretty chill. So they're fighting, and Inuart's like, man, I want to impress Furiai. And his dad is like, hey, here's a harp. Ladies love music. You should learn how to play a harp.
And he was right.
And he was right.
Because it worked.
So music is really, it's like for Kaim's voice, like the only thing he really loves after his parents were killed by a dragon is talking to his sister. So the fact that the pact took away his voice meant that he couldn't like communicate and do like the one thing he actually found joy in.
For anyone except Red.
For anyone except Red. Also, this is the part where Angie's gonna be petty. There we go. She actually wasn't that petty that time.
Whoa, wait, you hopped on super early.
Yeah, you can sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
Today I learned. I was gonna say, you normally have to run all the way out of there, and she's like, oh hey, there's this small mound of dirt here. That's terrifying.
So what's really just got in there, it's the best weapon the game has, like about yeah.
We'll have time to explain it during the next level, because we actually go grind it out.
The one grinding we do in this game for the speedrun. Yeah. You might be noticing I'm not doing this in the most optimal way. That's because
doesn't matter.
This level is timed, so I killed all the enemies and ta-da! Nothing is happening yet.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
And Kath is really good at this game because she's so confident she didn't even check her map to make sure she killed all the enemies. I always check my map there.
It's a straight line. You just go in.
I know, but I'm scared. I don't trust myself with it, so I always open my map and lose time. The game forces your map open occasionally, as it did there, but you can also open your map to lose time.
Yeah, like I am gonna check here because I did miss one back there. Yeah. Once again, this is timed, so I'm not super stressed about it.
Yeah. If you go quicker, you just have to wait. But that's okay. We actually have a quote. Do we want to read the quote about the music?
Hold
now?
on, we're not quite there yet.
No? Okay.
Right, we have the part where I have to just sit there for like 10 years.
Yeah, as we mentioned, this game's music is kind of weird, and they actually meant it to be weird. They didn't want it to be like pleasant to listen to, or like something you'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool, this makes me happy. No, they actually wanted it to be the opposite. Is now the time for the quote?
Yeah, now's the time. Also, the beast does not lose anything. They lose their pride for giving mortal their power, pretty much. Which is kind of a huge deal, especially for, like, Red here.
Yeah, so Yoko Taro is the director for this game. As we mentioned, this was one of his first games. And he actually has a very nice quote on explaining the music of this game, and I'm going to read all of it now. Oh boy. So, from Yoko Taro. It would be difficult to explain the music of Dragon Dragoon, which is the name of this game in Japan, in a single paragraph. I want you to imagine the following. On a morning without school or work, a carefully selected egg has been lying on the table since the previous night at room temperature. You lightly pluck the egg off the table and crack it over a bowl filled with cooked koshi hikari rice, adding a dash of katsuo bushi, finely shaved on a wood block. To top it off, and here you need to be careful, you add a few drops of light-colored soy sauce. You take your time to lightly stir in these ingredients. Filter to mince the grains of cooked rice. Part of the egg cooks, and part remains raw. It must not be mixed in too thoroughly. If it is possible, it is best to leave 2 to 3 clumps of white rice completely untouched by the egg, sitting like clumps of marble. Combined with the raw egg, this rice, which is as hot as possible, will make the perfect temperature. We calmly debate the merits of our respective ingredients, as all of this spreads inside your mouth and fills your empty stomach. Then the song as we kill each other.
Poetic.
That is Yoko Taro explaining the music of Drakengard 1.
Yeah, unfortunately
and if that quote makes no sense to you, that's, yeah.
That's perfectly fine. That's how it has to be, just like the game.
This is actually like in the booklet for the OST.
So I am getting a little owned on this level. Ideally, you want to be done with this section and waiting, but as you can see, I missed that trigger, so...
Yeah, it happens.
Stop the advance.
The only thing that so this is actually the wave that you want to be fast on, this one that just spawned, because this is actually what spawns the last enemies. You have to make sure that everything is dead, though. So, like I said, it's unfortunate.
Does the spilling of the blood of so many
but yeah, now we're just gonna
amuse you so?
kill all these guys.
If online recipes can include backstory, game articles can include recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can get really lucky on that level, or on that part, and never get knocked off, but other times
tough.
you just get memed.
Yeah. Luckily, these enemies don't shoot at you, which is the best type of enemies.
Yep, they just kind of sit here and get owned.
Yep. And then you finish up right next to where the level ends, which is convenient. You just go up the hill. Oh, and this level has some of my favorite music for an actual level. It's, I don't know, it's some of the most pleasant, I guess. I don't know if pleasant's the right word.
It also
it
like
really,
is,
it slaps.
It also like moves like I can't remember the word right now. It's like dual audio. If you listen to the actual soundtrack.
If you have stereo, yeah, it's really cool. This soundtrack is an absolute experience to listen to just straight through. I don't know if I recommend it or not.
I recommend it. I run with it. It really just gets the blood pumping.
It definitely bangs. So there we equipped Fang's Glaive, level 1. Kath, do you want to tell us about the weapon?
Hold on, I have to quit playing the game
Oh, you
first.
have to menu.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fang's Glaive is really cool. It's a glaive. So our previous weapon, Knight's Vow, is a spear, which did 7 damage. This weapon's a glaive, and it does 14 damage, which is twice what we were previously doing. And just to note it, the first weapon that we had did 3 damage. So every weapon can be leveled up to level 3, right?
It's level 4.
Why do I always forget this?
It's level 4.
Okay,
yep.
I'm not crazy. It's level 4. We never level them up that high for any of the speedruns, but you can.
Empire has surrounded the castle.
So at max level, Keim Sword does 12 damage. So we're already doing more than Keim Sword would do at max level. And you just level up by getting kills, which Kath is going to get 250 here to get Fang's Glaive to level 2. So max level Keim Sword, which is the first one, does 12 damage, which is 2 less than we have right now. And as soon as we level this weapon up to level 2, it goes from 14 to 28. It doubles. So this weapon is just hilariously good, and it's worth it to take a detour just to double our damage. And you will see why on some levels coming up.
Also, you might notice every weapon actually has different magic. In quotation marks there. Fang's Glaive drops a circle of death on the floor, and anything that walks into it is stunned and also takes damage. And since the AI in this game is designed to just kind of follow you, it's really good for that. As you can see, they just run towards me and instantly die.
Yep, the ground AI has 2 modes. Actually 3. Slightly walk to the side, walk directly at you, and attack you. That's it. So yeah, this magic is awesome, and when we level it up, it's 3 circles next to each other, which is amazing. This stun is probably one of the best parts of it, apart from the damage, because it just makes it so the enemies can't do anything. They're constantly staggered.
But yeah, a lot of people who play this game casually are like, I didn't really like it very much, it felt really slow, and if you ask, they probably use Keim's Sword first. Yeah, and that's like, it's just the Drakengard experience is only using Keim's Sword for your first playthrough. Despite the fact that there's like 65 different weapons in this game, some of which are incredibly broken. And considering this one is actually like incredibly easy to get, you literally just have to kill those 4 ogres in that level, which, as you can see, they only took like 2 hits from red. It makes it worth just grabbing. Because even at level 1, it does a lot of damage.
Yes. It helps so much to have this weapon.
Yeah, if you've ever had, like, if you played this game and you're like, man, having a really hard time, check your save file, see if you have any weapons that aren't Time Sword, because trust me, that really makes
that all
the
the
difference.
weapons are good, though.
Yeah, there's some really bad
weapons. Like, there's a reason we didn't equip Bonebreaker. Because that's not a good one. But this one's a good. Soldier's Sword is one we use in all endings, lets you run really fast. It's a cool one.
Yeah, there's a weapon we were actually doing some thinking on routing. Called the mace. It's like a holy mace or whatever. I should have done that. And basically it does a ton of damage, but it has a really short bro. Thank you. It has a really short range. And its magic kind of sucks because it literally changes your camera. It like lifts your camera up and makes it impossible to see anything for like probably like 30 seconds.
I love not being able to see in my games.
And I mean, look at like you can already tell the camera in this game is like really good.
Yeah, the right stick isn't used ever. I don't know what's with PS2 era games and being like, you know what, the left stick's cool, but not the right stick. But
Yeah.
You just do that a lot.
Like, as you can see, I can move the camera, but it doesn't stick and it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's literally moving the camera and nothing else. The movement's not based on the camera.
Yeah, there's some games that could be so much better if you could move your camera, but that was not popular back then.
I saw someone mentioning it in chat, but the flying babies with electric wings and teeth, the giant flying babies with electric wings and teeth, aren't this ending, so we won't be talking about them.
Yeah, we won't get to see them.
We don't get to see the fever dream.
You have to find an all endings run for that one. That's my favorite part of all endings. You spend like 6 hours playing the game and then you're like, oh yeah, it gets weirder.
Yeah.
This is what that Drakengard actually means.
Yeah. Like, wait, we were in the normal part, guys.
Yeah, we're doing 80%, which is honestly the least wild of Yoko Taro's wild ride.
Yeah, this is the tame part.
Oh, sub 5-minute grind, that's not bad.
That isn't bad.
That's the giant weirdo babies. Unfortunately, I do not have them on this memory card, which is a huge F. But
That is a huge F. I also wiped my save with them by accident.
no, you deleted your all endings.
Yeah, I think I did. Which is fine. I'm gonna just run it again sometime.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've seen any of the cutscenes from this game out of context, it's probably from the ending. It's probably from the ending. Or E-ending.
And guess what? Even with context, it's still out of context, so don't worry about it.
It's an ending revolving around the lady that eats pigs. Kind of. Kind of.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about that.
Glorious feast. Oh, Drakengard.
She doesn't exist in this run. So.
Yeah, so that's the lady that they're alluding to is
Ariosh.
And we don't unlock her because she takes 45 minutes to unlock. And as amazing as it would be to have her because she's extremely OP, 45 minutes is a long time, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Maybe if you got Leonard, it would be shorter, but at that point you're getting like...
You have to get Leonard.
Yeah, then you have to get both.
You might as well just like use Leonard.
Anyway, your parents were killed by dragons, which we already knew, so... Big F.
I just wanted to tell you again.
Yeah.
Just make sure you haven't forgotten. Maybe that's why they don't explain most of the story in this game, because they don't want to like explain the obvious to the characters. That's what it is.
But yeah, anyway,
Not
the
that they wanna
black
be obvious.
the black dragon, in case you couldn't tell by that lovely cutscene, it's specifically the dragon that killed his parents.
Mm-hmm. And I hear that shows up in another game.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We'll find out. Just kidding.
We don't know, we are.
Time, be merciful and end your killing.
This is such a rat charm, though.
No.
Yeah,
I can give
this
no
song's
more
great.
So yeah, while
So the
we're...
way-
Oh, go ahead.
Good. Nope, yeah, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna explain the Drakengard game line, because I saw a couple people confused.
Ah, yes, the circle.
The circle. So if you want to talk about actual gameplay stuff.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so basically there are 3 Drakengard games. I think for Drakenir there are 5 total, plus the mobile games, which I don't count. I know that they're canon, but for ease of access here, there's 5 of them total.
Ease of access.
Yeah. And then there's also a Final Fantasy XIV raid series, which is actually relevant to lore. But anyway, as mentioned before, you have to do a lot of like outside the actual games to get the whole story. Basically, every game is technically standalone. You do not have to play any of the games in order or anything like that, with the exception of Drakengard 2, which follows off from this game.
Yeah, Drakengard 2 is the only one in the series that wasn't directed by Yoko Taro. So it's also the only one that people just genuinely tell you never to play.
Yeah. It's fine.
But
it's a fine
worth
game.
playing.
It is not the worst game. A lot of people make
It's
it...
a direct sequel to this.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like it because it's considered not canon, but gameplay-wise, it's actually pretty decent. Yeah.
It also has some really cool stuff with some of the returning characters. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's worth playing for that alone.
But yeah, so that's like the only one that you actually need game knowledge from Drakengard 1 to play, and even that's like debatable because the main character doesn't know anything for some reason. So it really assumes you know
Emphasis on
nothing.
doesn't know anything.
Confusing.
If you want to play a game with an extremely confused protagonist, then Drakengard 2 is your game.
Why are they being hurt?
Yeah. The knights do what?
Are we the baddies?
Are we the bad guys? I was only raised by the leader of the knights for 18 years. But anyway, the main character is like the worst part of that game. But anyway, oh my goodness gracious, archers, please.
Here, Kath, I can explain. I'll let you end the suffering and play the game. So, Drakengard 1 leads into Drakengard 2 through ending A. Drakengard 3 is a prequel to Drakengard 1, and ending A of Drakengard 3 leads into Drakengard 1 through a book or a manga, right, Alice?
Yeah, it's a similar ending to.
Yeah,
it's really similar, but they add.
Really, yeah.
So
they
basically,
added
ending A.
Yeah. The mangas explain a lot of stuff of how Drakengard 3 and Drakengard 1 are connected. And the same goes for the other games like Nier. So they might not be for everyone, but they do a good job to make you understand more of why some characters are the way they are, or why some stuff happens that we don't really see. It's mostly stuff that's happening on the background, and we will never see it otherwise.
I got turned. I got spun.
May's boss.
Boss. I completely blanked on this entire section.
Yeah,
I'm so
happens.
sorry. Usually I'm really good about
fly
it.
through, or you get completely lost. There's no in between.
Yeah, it's like you either just straight up like just giga brain the map, or you don't know where you're going ever.
And so we did mention this game's connected to Nier and Nier Automata. So Nier Gestalt, Nier Replicant, and Nier Automata. That's through ending E of this game, which we're not going to be doing tonight because we don't have an extra 7 hours.
Yeah.
But that is true. Nier. Yes, Nier.
Yeah, ice.
But yeah, if you want to play these beautiful games, you can just play them in whatever order. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, pretty much. It's probably best to start with the newer ones because they're more fun. I mean, just straight up. And then
Yeah,
once you're kind of into the lore, then you can go play the older ones because the older ones are better for lore. Except Dot 3 is like fun to play.
Yeah.
I would recommend though to play, if you're gonna start with the Nier games, to start with the original Nier or Nier Replicant, the new one. And then go for Automata, otherwise you might miss some small details, but I think they add a lot for Automata, so...
Yeah, you don't need to play it first, but you should play it first.
Wow, playing the games in backwards release order is actually a really good experience. Because you'd play.
Anyway, we have another
the
CG.
Replicant.
We have another beautiful CG. Anyway, Cyclops. They're here now.
So yeah, that cutscene was the Union in blue, meeting up with the Empire in red, and then running at them to start the big final battle. And then behind the Empire, these man-made, like these human-made Cyclops things show up, and they're like, yeah.
So, fun fact, if you see the run from Drakengard 3 yesterday, you might guess who made that Cyclops, who bring it to life. Yeah, it was one of Tim Turner's.
Cyclops are creations of man.
Same one that made the Gargoyle cubes.
Yeah, that's true.
These Cyclops have a lovely thing where you can't hit them while they're charging, but if you hit them before they start charging, you can just stun lock them constantly as long as you keep hitting them.
You can also hit them
So it
from
sucks to
behind
miss
while they're charging. You just can't hit them from the front. But it's really annoying because the corridors are really tight, and Red doesn't really like tight corridors for whatever reason. Yeah, this level is actually really cool. It's just sometimes my PS2 likes to kind of just give up around this point, and it likes to really lag out, as you can see there.
You say as the Discord stream absolutely eats it.
Okay, I go slightly left, I believe. There you go. Oh, actually went the right way. Also, if you want to donate and have your donation read out, now is a great time. Also, if the host has something to say.
This is an amazing time to plug stuff. Just go for it.
Go for it? Yeah, go for it.
Just don't even worry about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the charity we're currently raising funds for is I Support the Girls, and they provide supplies such as like pads, tampons, underwear, things for homeless women and women in need. And I think it's a great cause. We've hit quite a few of our goals. And yeah, if you'd like your donation read, I will throw out the command in chat. But yeah, you can use that link right there and it will take you to the donation page. And yeah, thanks so much for running this game too. It's really interesting.
Thank you for having us. I always love showing Drakengard.
Yeah. Anywhere that accept this game, we're like, oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
We have
submit on
something.
one. It's always like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, we'll
that's
take
really
it,
cool.
and then they don't realize that it's actually a wild ride.
Yeah, I remember when Zelmus accepted this run for the first E-ending run I ever submitted somewhere for Longathon. I was like, he has no idea what we just submitted. And I was 100% correct. Someone in chat mentioned a commercial. Oh, do you have something to say about the level?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, look, Angelus doesn't ever shut up in this level. She actually takes Verdelay's place in most annoying character. And this entire level is just this, pretty much, and hoping that you don't get
I mean, she
knocked
needs
down.
not to bend. She's there killing all the targets non-stop.
Yeah. So someone mentioned an ad for this game, that they saw ads for this game on Comedy Central. I'd actually never heard that before. If anyone knows where those ads are, it'd be really cool to see them. But the one ad we do know about. So if this so far has made you want to speedrun this game, somehow.
This fire gameplay?
Yeah, if this fire gameplay has just inspired you. We have a Discord that we share with the near speedrunning community because it's a lot of the same people across the games. And our link to it is sponsored by Drakengard.com, which is itself a joke about one of the ads for this game. So in 2004, when this game was releasing in the West, they apparently ran a lot of ads, from what someone was saying about ads on Comedy Central. But they also sponsored WWE Backlash. And there's an amazing, cut-in from commercials where one of the announcers for that says, WWE Backlash, sponsored by Drakengard. Really seriously, and it's extremely funny. So that's become our vanity URL, is just sponsored by Drakengard.com. That's my rant for this level.
You all should Google that, honestly.
The ad's worth watching. It's so funny.
Yeah,
just
I wish
seeing
I could bring it up, but alas.
Yeah.
A screen share, media share real quick.
Seeing this game mentioned on WWE is just so strange, because this game nowadays is you wouldn't see it anywhere
Ever.
except if you're starting to look down the near rabbit hole. For some reason it'll just show up everywhere.
Come, soldiers, stand by his side.
Oh, whoops. That was...
More of our favorites, more
Alright, well that's fine. I wanted to get knocked off anyway, so that actually works out.
Joke's on them, I wanted to be on the ground.
This makes
right
it easier
there,
to kill.
Yeah, you'll notice Kath actually killed 2 enemies on that giant catapult. If that catapult hits you on the ground, it legitimately does half of your health and damage, and it's extremely annoying. So it's better to just kill them immediately, to not even risk it.
Yeah, does anyone have any fun wiki fun facts or anything? Because we're going to be here
I'm
for
gonna
a
start
while.
reading them. I know. If there's any donation ever, just interrupt us.
So we have Angelus. Her body is quite soft to the touch. Soft Dragon GF. That's my
Yeah,
favorite
Soft Dragon
one.
GF.
So I've got Keim's fun fact pulled up. So on the wiki, there's these trivia facts that I have no idea what they're from at all.
I'm pretty sure they were.
I think they're
Yeah,
an
I'm
April
pretty sure
Fool's
someone asked them as an April Fool's joke.
I'm pretty sure they're just
then
totally
that-
bullshit, but they're really funny.
I like
yeah,
to
I
think,
like to
consider
think
them
they are
canon.
canon now. Yeah.
So Keim's fun fact is he can sleep with his eyes open.
That just sounds
Really
accurate, knowing Kaim.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
See, what was Verdelay's again?
Oh, I have the next one.
Verdelay can whistle 5 whole octaves. That's cool, though. Let's see. Inuarts. What's Inuarts? Inuarts is all... They're all just so, they're either... Oh, wait, no, Inuarts is boring, I think.
Yeah, I think his is boring.
Yeah, he can
That's
perfectly
annoying,
imitate Keim's father.
You might have questions about Dragon GF. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that, I promise.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
Rod
for sure we
Rod
will.
wants to hide the truth.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
but
hide the truth. You asked her to come to help commentate so that I could make sure that we stayed on
No,
topic.
I told you
No,
about
no, we
Inuart's
say
thing.
something else.
The Inuart, the
yeah.
Inuart thing.
Okay, Inuart's thing. Literally. Okay.
I mean, we can talk about that.
No, we don't. That's up to you.
Yeah. no, we
We can.
Lore.
Drakengard lore is a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole that has many dead ends that are just really strange and unexplained. They're just kind of like
to not explain them.
Yeah, it very much feels like Taro would just say something and then that just got jotted down as canon somewhere. And they all just add up.
He did say he didn't want a Dynasty Warriors kind of game, so he was angry for that, and he decided to do the story as it is, as a move against that. And that's how now we have 5 games and like 2 mobile games. 3.
So
well.
this game was made to be intentionally not fun in some forms, because despite that Alice mentioned, plus Taro thought that games where the main character's group runs around, kills a ton of people, and then lives happily ever after seemed kind of weird. There should be consequences for it. So this game is literally all consequences. There's no happy endings.
Yeah,
spoilers.
Yeah, literally, all your party members are like truly terrible people.
Like actually awful.
Yeah, that's not a joke. Like they're all one of them is 6. I don't know about that.
It's a pass.
Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if he actually gets a
kind
pass.
of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
There's
keep
already
it on
mentioned that one of the party members eats babies, and that's not even the worst party member we have. We're not going to talk about the other one.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the other one. But,
yeah.
Yeah, so our party is a bunch of awful people and one 6-year-old. So,
and you know.
And a dragon. And all the pact partners, who I think are also not terrible. For the most part. Well, no.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, that's not true. Leonard has the fairy, and the fairy's awful. The Leonard's Leonard himself has problems. And the fairy is extremely irritating. So if you heard the fairies yesterday in the Dod 3 run, they were kind of annoying. This fairy's just like that, but it talks more in the game, because it's there the whole time you have Leonard, essentially. Ariosh's pact partners say like maybe 3 lines the entire game. She has 2. Not totally sure how that worked, but it's
I think they were a package deal. So.
Yeah, they were a package deal. Undine
and Salamander.
And Salamander. Yeah, Water and Fire Spirit are her pact partners. And her pact price is interesting too, but we're getting into unrelated topics. Kind of. It's hard to not it's hard to stay on topic when talking about anything in this game.
Yeah. There's just so much, and sometimes it's yeah.
You'll notice I'm checking the map a lot. Usually when I do this run, like, on my own time, I don't do that as much, but due to the fact that this is a marathon, I'm trying to, like, not miss anything, because...
If you miss them, you just have to fly all the way back.
Yeah, if you miss things in this game, you might as well just reset, because you're wasting, like, minutes.
Oh, so, a thing about this level, or well, this map in general, we can actually get out of bounds on this level. You might see it on the slideshow if you can guess. But yeah, so far we didn't find any use to that yet.
Yeah, because.
But getting out of bounds, it's possible. It's just.
This is our only.
Yeah, and there will be. This map will be reused. In other case, the out of bounds still work, but still there's no use for it yet.
All progression
it's actually
here.
I believe it's right where she is right now.
Yeah, there's like a very specific part of the rock geometry here that you can have Angela's clip you through.
Yeah, basically what you want to do.
Okay.
Basically, what you want to do is fly straight into one of the roads. You can line up yourself with one of the textures, and you want her to fly to the right side, so when Kaim jumps to the right side, she pushes you further, and that way you can get out of bounds.
Yeah.
And get the wall.
And again, it's entirely useless, but in the video where someone found it, It's like this really crusty looking video, and as soon as they go out of bounds, they just start screaming.
Oh yeah, headset
So
warning.
funny because the whole video is kind of quiet, and then they're out of bounds. And they just scream like crazy, like you think they would have struck gold or something. It's so funny.
Alright, we're about to go into the best level in this whole game.
Yeah. So this level was called Rapture. This next level is called Emergence.
We have a cutscene
And-
first, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna skip this one. Go faster? Oh geez.
Don't go fast. You're gonna die.
I mean, I can be spicy in this next level.
No, no.
No.
No, 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 no.
Anyway, everybody has learned from Kaim in just stabbing dead bodies over and over again. He's a really good commander.
Gotta make sure they're dead.
Anyway, there's fantasy nukes now.
Oh, they are dead now.
Press F. Terminator 2 reference or whatever it was. Terminator.
I think somebody said fantasy nukes earlier. Here they are.
Or Chow.
What are they?
So yeah,
Don't
Union won, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Union didn't really win. Because the Empire's not really fighting fair, and yeah.
Just kidding. Fantasy nukes.
Oh, and don't worry, it gets worse.
Hey,
So,
Verdelay
yeah,
is
now we-
not having a
Oh,
good
sorry.
time. Verdelay is having a really bad time right now. Unfortunately, he
Verdelay's
is still away. Oh
17.
wait, he's still alive. Unfortunately, but
Yep,
yeah.
that doesn't change. If only Verdelay's packed price was his ability to speak,
Oh,
then it would be so much easier.
I mean, maybe that's the reason the dragon went petrified, honestly. Imagine hearing Bertolet in your head all day, all
Oh
night.
my god, yeah.
Honestly, I understand the dragon. Like, let's be real.
Anyway, everything's red now, and
Yeah.
it's still hard to see. So don't worry, nothing has changed in that.
Yeah, this is the same map as before, so this is where you can also do the autophones, but again, it just does nothing. You just go autophone and get plant time and that's all.
I think it's like here. Oh. Imagine not having to check the map here.
Yeah, so these enemies come out of the ground. You can actually shoot them all on Angelus, but it's extremely ineffective, so you just fight them on the ground. These enemies have a lot of fun facts about them, and my favorite one is that they're awful to fight.
Yeah, they are pretty much the worst enemy in the game.
Yeah, there's a super sick and cool, like, 3-hit combo they can do, and they can knock you into another enemy's attacks, and it will actually just kill you from half health. Like, straight up, full stun lock, no options from half health.
Yeah, they can even do that even on full health, so you always want to be careful when fighting them, and that's also one of the reasons why the weapon we use, it's so useful, because it gives us a big AoE that will make our life easier when fighting them.
Push movement, oh my.
What?
You dodged, like, a ton of stuff.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
This is what we call pro gaming. Anyway, I'm being spicy here. This is not the recommended
I would
way.
legitimately never do this.
Yeah, this is
So I normally go
actually
one wave at a
scary.
time, because the instant you lose a hold of the situation, you are in massive trouble. So you'll notice, as soon as skeletons enter, like a hitting radius, Cath is essentially hitting them already. Or using magic or something, and that is extremely ideal, but the second she messes that up slightly,
Oh, yeah,
they're
don't
gonna
worry.
absolutely
And
rock 'em sock into the floor.
And I yep, here we go.
Oh no!
Oh no, no, no.
This is with one wave too, so theoretically the spiciness isn't actually limited to just grabbing all the waves at once.
Yeah. The skeletons really can just, like, send you through the ringer if they feel like it. It's super unfortunate. I had to run right before Marathon Run. where I was like doing a warm-up, and then I got absolutely owned on this level, and that demoralized me so much. I was like, oh my god, I'm now terrified for this marathon run.
But yeah,
So-
the combo
Yeah.
system, you get health depending on the number of hits you get. This level is very important for that. Because skeletons.
It's like 28 hits?
It's 13 and then I think 28.
Yeah. 28's the big heal that's like a third of your health.
I think 14 as well gives you
Yeah, it's
like a
13.
small.
So you'll notice I'll just like do enough to get like 13 hits. I don't actually really need it right now, but
And you can
Yeah,
also
actually-
hit dead bodies.
yeah.
Yeah, they actually keep this strat or rent this mechanic as well for the other two games. Where the higher your combo is, the bigger the rewards are gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah, in normal mode, if you combo, wow, that was unfortunate. If you combo enough, it will also give you like a special like giant attack that you can do, but it's not an easy for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's like an explosive orb. And there's also, at combo level 100, you get a special like dark orb that doubles your damage
Is that an
for a
easy
set
as
amount
well?
of time. That's an easy as well.
Oh, the more you know.
But it just takes so long to get 100 combo.
Yeah,
And
it's-
Glaive doesn't attack very fast. If you have something like Soldier's Sword, which attacks really fast, you can get to 100 combo way easier. This does too much damage. We kill things too quickly.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
It just drives by, it's fine. Also, you do have to be on the ground in order to spawn the skeletons. It's very annoying.
Oh yeah, you can tell them how we were testing the stuff, the triggers on this level with the autophones, but then Kavya,
Yeah.
it's just too good.
Kavya games don't break.
They
Yeah.
really don't. Because their last one was like original year. And that game has very few like game-breaking bugs. And then there's Drakengard 3.
Oh boy.
You see that sick
What do you
backflip though? Into the Hellthorn? God, I'm so good at this
Oh
game.
my god. Yeah, Cat's actually using the dodge button, which I don't do very much because... So the dodging, it essentially works like locking on, except you pick a random enemy near you, time will face them, and then just roll. So you end up rolling a random direction, which isn't always very helpful.
It's actually not bad for this
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, for this level,
Sometimes
it's
it
not that
can enroll you into an attack and you don't really want that.
Yeah, on emulator it does just straight up like lock on randomly. And it's very funny because the emulator also has a fun lock on. Oh, okay. Hi, archers.
Archers.
What the heck, dude?
Do we have...
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Absolutely, go for it.
No,
All right.
for sure.
Yeah.
We have a $10 donation from Grace that says, donating because Kath and Alice are amazing.
Aw,
That
thank
is
you, Grace.
Thank you,
Dang,
Grace.
Thanks for the donation, though. I'll take insults in the form of donations. That's fine with me.
Donation's a good cause. You can say whatever.
Oh yeah, I'd go for it.
Alright. But yeah, so this level goes on for a while. These two levels are the longest levels in the entire run.
Yeah. So just interrupt us with things. It's
Yeah.
totally cool. These are our banter levels.
Yeah, this is
I am thoroughly enjoying the banter, by the way, so...
this game is like basically a shit post, so
It literally is.
It is, yeah. It's a meme.
Because as we said earlier, he made it as like he made the story as a criticism of other games, and then the gameplay is not meant to be that good, and then the music sounds like an orchestra falling down the stairs.
sounds
And
like
then he
egg
explains
battle.
egg on rice for explaining the story. So it's like, oh man.
It's
At
like-
least the actual composer gave a real interview about like how the music was made and that they weren't trying to make something that was good to listen to, but then they were still saying that just
Yeah, it's like those things where you are like,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Can it become? Can it be worse? I'm using it can content you see it does.
Yep. So in other words, every time they add a new aerial enemy.
And trust me, we're gonna get like 3 of them in the next aerial level we do.
Yeah, because you can see the sky's red now, and you get used to that.
Yeah, I hope you like the color red. It's not going away anytime soon. I'm not sure why the sky just turned red, actually, right now. I mean, I assume it's because, you know, the nukes, but, like, story-wise,
what seals are left now?
only the goddess, but that's been like that for a while, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, in other words, it's because the seals are weakened, I think the demons from hell, or whatever Verle would say, are starting to creep into this world. I don't know, you can probably just hand wave it away, that's the official canon.
Oh, no! Okay, they
no.
didn't do the Wombo combo.
Okay, yeah, that was the start of the Wombo combo there. She got hit and then was staggered off to the side. And if another skeleton walks up and just decides to end her day,
Yeah, we'd have to restart
There's
this
nothing you
level.
can do.
The nice thing about this game is you actually don't have to save, it'll just let you restart the level itself. So...
But you have to redo the entire level if you die.
Yeah.
And this level is
I didn't grab that, that chest just in case we get Rock'em Sock'em here, so...
Yeah, your health's pretty good. I'm sorry to commentate or curse you.
Don't say that, Ron. No.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Remember what happened at GDQ?
I know. I remember having a GDQ.
Hey, you're doing pretty well on this last level. Immediately gets owned.
Oh.
Rob coming
Yeah.
in with a revenge.
I don't think I died though, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember dying.
Yeah, honestly-
I remember being extremely stressed.
And everyone, knock on wood here. This level doesn't scare me as much as the last 2 do.
Which I don't understand. This level's absolutely terrifying.
It's just
I
long.
remember Rob practicing for like 40 minutes before his run, just on
Yeah.
this level.
Before GDQ, my only practice and warm-up on this game was like 50 minutes of just this level. And that was great.
Anyway, we're gonna pray that we don't get yeeted.
Yoded.
Alright, that should just be these guys, which I'm just gonna fly over to. Immediately flies the wrong direction.
Yep.
Anyway, this entire map looks exactly the same,
But there's craters.
but there's craters now. But if you're curious how people navigate this level, you don't. You just kind of pray.
What is happening?
Oh, that was
You
unfortunate.
become a scime.
Yeah, you just kind of like dissociate and then everything kind of dies around you.
Yeah. What it says in the notes.
Yeah.
Unironically, I think it does.
Yeah. No, that was my contribution to the notes. Don't do it. Honestly, I usually actually like to be spicier here and grab 3 groups, but I'm gonna be nice for marathon reasons.
Yeah, don't worry. There's a part later where she can grab like 7 groups all at once.
Yeah, it's really fun.
If you thought 1 group will kill you, quick, boy, just wait till you see what 7 can do.
Rod like sweats for me during that part.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do as
Absolutely
well.
terrifying.
Cowards.
Like, it's the fast strat later, but for this one, I don't know.
I think I might have accidentally despawned them. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and now the red enemies are here to ruin my day too. Yeah, I
Lovely.
despawned them. That's unfortunate. Sometimes if you go too far away from the skeletons, they just go back underground like nothing happened. I think it also restores all their health.
Yeah, most of the time it does.
Oh, they flashed blue there. Did they? Yeah, blue is
Ooh,
bad.
Flashing blue. So, nice. Didn't die. In the sky, what is that? So, when enemies flash blue, It's normally after you've been just regular hitting them for a bit and haven't like stunned them recently. If they flash blue, they're about to do an attack that you have to either dodge or block, and really you should just dodge. So if you see a blue flash, you have to dodge. There's actually a boss in this game on the ground, and if you don't do that, it will do like half your health if you don't dodge.
Yeah.
So that is extremely important to know.
If you block, they'll stagger you backwards, which is an animation lock that you can't get out of.
Yeah, which is still better than getting just hit, but if you dodge, you're fine.
Anyway, this is a new type of enemy. I don't think any of us know exactly how it works, but it's here. It explodes. There's not really anything you can do about it either.
Oh yeah, that enemy. The one that I don't understand. It's like, ooh, I'm an enemy. I just died. What are you gonna do?
There's also
every game
heads.
has that annoying enemy that no one understands and it explodes as well.
Yeah,
Drakengard can't be Drakengard just wanted to join to the group.
This has like 8 different versions of that. Weird aerial level enemy that nobody understands how they work.
And then if you thought this was bad, oh boy, Drakengard 2 exists, and they somehow made every enemy that's annoying in this game significantly more annoying. Like, actually, very annoying.
Yeah.
This one's not that bad.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're like actually near the end. Hopefully, be about 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes.
This level?
No, of this level. Of the game, optimistically. Like 30 minutes, hopefully. Unless I get completely memed, which is entirely possible.
I believe.
It's entirely possible.
Also, there's a flying fortress in the sky. So.
Yeah, we're gonna go to it. I hear it's pretty cool.
Oh.
And there's a little cutscene here, so we have to wait for it to actually like start playing, and then we can skip it.
Wait, Kath, I thought you were watching all the cutscenes.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a really important one. Basically, we can't make it up to the fortress
really
for whatever reason.
You don't even know what the cutscene says.
I don't think she says anything. No, she does say like we can't go any higher.
Yeah, I have no idea what she says either. I don't know.
We cannot make it for whatever reason, but then we can, so it's fine.
But it's stopping us is.
I think it's like the air. Like we just can't take the airway up.
Then we run into.
We're not watching this one. We're watching the one after this one.
Yeah,
she's fine. She's just chilling.
She's just chilling.
There's not CG here. Not till after Sky Fortress.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we have our first boss battle.
I was gonna say, don't we have Black Dragon 1? Yeah, we do. Along with some of the best English voice acting.
Yeah, we're gonna hope I don't get trolled.
I'm gonna hope you get trolled with some of the voice acting. I'm sorry. You can do this fast enough that you don't hear Yor's good lines.
Good news, I'm being trolled, so.
That's why Furii is with me.
That's why Furii is with me.
Who is that? Huh? My head. Furii.
Bro. Alright, gamer. Oh my god, can you do the thing? Please. Oh, you're gonna do it right behind me. Okay, cool. Cool, love that.
Yeah, this is a lot of trolling.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
So, you can't use lock shots on him because he'll just dodge, and he'll also just dodge other shots. He says the Watchers cannot fly there, and it's really funny, but because we got kind of memes there, we're gonna just skip it. Yeah.
We skipped the best line in the game.
So yeah, Inuart's not doing too hot in the head.
Yeah, he doesn't remember who
He's
Furii is. He there in the cutscene we just skipped, he's like, "Who are you?" Right to Furiai's face, and she's like, "What?"
Like,
Yeah, Furiai doesn't do much talking in this game.
No, she doesn't. She has one voice line we're gonna hear apart from. I mean, she has one voice line you hear if you skip all the cutscenes.
Anyway, it's time for
this level has really cool strats. Step 1. Get
Oh yeah.
Yeah, step 1, just let your frame rate drop like 5 million frames.
So this level does a really cool thing where it doesn't tell you that you don't have to fight everything on here, and makes you assume you might have to, but actually you only have to kill a very small subset of the enemies. So Kath's gonna get 2 bars of magic, and then fly to the middle, and then use both of them, and then the level ends. If you don't know to do that, you'll spend like 10 minutes killing enemies on this level. Probably more, honestly. But if you know to do that, it takes like 2 minutes at most.
Oh my goodness, please. There we go.
Nice.
It didn't troll me.
Yeah, sometimes the magic will just not kill one of the cannons, and then you have to like play the game of find the cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Dragon can take anywhere from like 30 seconds to like 4 minutes. It really just depends on how nice he's feeling.
Yeah.
I think my worst is like 2:30. He just didn't want to play. Also, this is the worst. This is the actual worst level in the game.
Return your sister to safety by your own hand.
Up here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Good start.
Good start. Let's go, gamers. So yeah, you don't have to do anything on this floor, but everything is out to get you. Oh, that was unfortunate. Also, sometimes you can just get yeeted out of the air, and there's not really anything you can do about it. There's no tell that they're gonna do it.
And it will knock you on the ground.
Also,
Yeah,
there's doors here. I don't know why. I don't ask questions.
Yeah, there's doors and children's drawings on the wall.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking before about the shams having some sort of iframe and very tight, but that's kind of demonstration that's not always true. Sometimes it might happen that we are able to evade the enemies by jumping because the hitbox doesn't really reach
Oh, rude.
but yeah,
Don't do it.
it doesn't always happen.
Now we just need to pray that we don't get trolled. Which is entirely real possibility on this level. That actually wasn't the worst bottom floor. I've had some pretty brutal...
Yeah, you're doing really good so far.
No wizards spawning in the hallways.
Yeah, oh god, no, we're not at that part yet. Please don't jinx me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so sometimes this game is like very random and it just gives you like wizards spawning in the hallway for no reason. Or, oh god, wait, did they actually spawn in the hallway? No, they didn't. Okay, cool, we're good.
It's annoying because once you are done with all this, without the small rooms, you need to grab a chest and you need to stay still in there with all
How did that
these
hit me?
enemies.
Hello? Game?
Oh,
Hi. Oh my god.
that hurts.
So I have actually had to reset right there before. Just got memed to death by those last 4 dudes right next to this door.
I sense the goddess. She is
Okay, that wasn't bad. Not my best, but not my worst. But we have like a series of cutscenes that are about to pop up that we're gonna actually just watch all of them.
They're really good.
They're really good. Also, hey, remember that pin we stuck in that note about the person who looks like Brother One from Drakengard 3? That note from like 2 hours ago? I hope you remember it. Because it's about to happen.
Yeah. As more context, just a reminder, Inuart has been kind of possessed to be on the Empire's side, and he's kidnapped Furiai and brought her to the Sky Fortress, and Kaim's trying to rescue her. And that's essentially where our story is now, and she's the last seal left. So if anything happens to her, that's a no bueno.
Because it's really
well,
safe.
F. Okay, we're skipping this one. Kaim like falls to the floor and like silently screams.
Oh, heck.
Anyway, now
That's
we
what
actually
Kaim
have the
thinks.
cutscene series. Nope, just kidding. We have to go through the menu first.
This whole chapter is just like a cutscene.
Yeah, because it's since Ending A doesn't have everything unlocked. The Unbeatable Red Trio is scary.
The Unbeatable Red Trio is the best part of this game.
What have you done?
I broke the seal. Now she's useless.
The Watchers laugh.
The Watchers laugh. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Furiai, but I did it for you. I did it all for you, and yet I could not even sing for you. Was this all for myself? Did I kill you?
La 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 la. La 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 la. Watchers dance. Such fun.
The Watchers dance. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. The Watchers, they dance.
No more pain. Furiai. A miracle. The goddess will live again.
Yeah, so that was Mana. She is also 6, like our other party member that we're not getting. She's fine. She's just vibing.
So my one fun fact about that is, isn't the deep voice there of Mana Cosmo?
Yes, Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents.
The Fairly Odd Parents, yeah. So that's Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents back in 2004.
So yeah, if you saw the Drakengard 3 yesterday, there she is.
She looks very similar to Brother One at the end of that.
That sick reference by Yoko Taro to his own work.
Yeah. Yeah. But the bit of explanation to that is there any explanation to that? No.
Yeah, I mean, there's one kind of one. I don't want to go too much into it because it might be spoilers for both Drakengard 3 and 1.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter the Drakengard 1 at all.
Yeah, but yeah, so they are basically family. Brother One does something, and then there's a whole lineage with his blood. So yeah. This character that we choose out, Mana, is part of that
Yeah,
as
she's
well.
related to one.
And the Watchers are part of what Brother One was saying at the end.
Yeah, the Watchers are just called angels, essentially in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to call them angels in the
Yeah, it's
Western release, so
instead
they
of
got translated to Watchers.
The cult of Watchers, it's the Church of Angels in Japanese.
Now we have the cult of the Watchers.
Which I think is funnier, so I'm kind of glad they changed it. Oh,
Yeah.
our favorite aerial enemy.
Ah, yes, hey, a new aerial enemy.
Oh,
Yes, it is awful. So these are the gourds, which don't laugh at you.
Oh my
There we
god.
go.
Why are they called gourds? We don't know.
They're ghosts.
They're not actually called gourds. They're ghosts. Do they look like ghosts? No. But so they're gourds. They don't laugh at you.
Oh my god.
Okay, so chat and both. Are they laughing or not? Just yeah.
It sounds like laughing to me. I'm sorry.
It does not sound like laughing.
It literally okay.
We've been having this argument for a long time.
Anyway, this is the other most annoying area. Well, another annoying
yes.
one.
I was gonna say most annoying.
Yeah, that's not true. I lied. Oh my god,
So,
they're gonna troll me today.
There's these enemies. How do you kill them? I don't know. Just kill them.
Sometimes they just will sit there and let you kill you, and other times they'll do this. Why?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep, they just are. They're annoying. There they are. You can't kill them with magic.
There we go.
And I don't think locking on works very
No, you
well.
can't lock on. You have so they can die to lock on, but only if it's not only if you're not locking on to them.
Oh, great. So the whole shtick with the gourds is you can't hit them till they're open, which is extremely annoying.
Oh, that was cool. My magic to not hit the things I wanted them to.
Yeah, magic just goes all for the closed gourds, not the wyverns.
Come on, open, please. Anyway, they open sometimes. Other
There's just a
times
lot
they
of
don't.
enemies we've just given names to.
Yeah, but they're called ghosts according to the official guidebook, which is actually good for this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 2004.
The Prima guide.
No, it's not Prima.
It's not
Brady
Prima.
Games. It's
Okay.
not Prima. It's
Brady Games.
I spent 2 hours and 30 minutes in my university library scanning that entire book on the scanner there. So we have a very nice, very high quality 4 gigabyte PDF of it.
Oh my god.
If you
can
ever want to
open?
actually read the official
Hello?
guide to this game.
Bro.
And I also have the guide for Drakengard 2, which is a Prima guide. It's awful.
Yeah.
The Brady
Yeah,
Games one is really cool though.
official.
Lots of neat art.
Yeah, the official guide has a lot of useful info, like even the percent of damage.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually just genuinely good. It's kind of impressive.
There's like
So if you
one
have
or
an
two
interest in
things
it-
wrong with it, but
Yeah, but I mean,
overall it's
given,
really good.
given the fact that I'm pretty sure they were probably told nothing about the game, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And you can pick them up for pretty cheap on eBay now too. They skyrocketed in prices for a bit, but now they're back down.
And they're not gonna open an order for me today, so that's cool. Sometimes they just be that way. I don't like. How did that skull die? What?
Who knows? It just didn't feel like it. It was like, yeah, I'll throw her a bone.
Oh, and I
skeleton.
forced this one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Any day now.
No, time loss.
Yeah, this is very much oops all time lost the level. This level sometimes takes like, yeah, 3:30 is not very good for this level. It can take like 2.5 minutes to like 4 minutes depending on how memed you get. We are gonna watch this cutscene because it's very important to the Dragon GF lore.
I don't even remember.
Worm.
Oh, it's the worm. Okay.
The myths come alive.
Just worm out of nowhere.
cannot go further. The worm. It is a terrible thing to battle the sacred dragon. Let go! You cannot warn me now. Damn fool.
My Pet the Dragon GF% ends here.
Yeah.
We're into this. We're into the late game now. There's no saving it. Go off.
Okay, so well, I have to do the work.
This is where we see that this game is actually a love story.
That's not a meme, by the way.
Fun fact:
No,
this
it's
is
not.
a love story.
That's not actually a meme either.
Uniball?
No, I'm not gonna get the Uniball. Only you get the Uniball.
And I don't know why.
I feel like I am going slow enough here that I should get the Uniball, but
If you go slow enough, you can go actually really fast and save a ton of time. And I don't know why, but I'm pretty good at doing that because I go pretty slow.
nope. No Uniball.
Sad.
Yeah, we didn't actually know that was possible until recently when Rod just kind of accidentally did it.
And I saved like 30 seconds, and I was like, "Excuse me." Okay.
Hello, Worm.
So story-wise, we are fighting an ancient dragon, and they are incredibly powerful, and normal dragons shouldn't be fighting them.
More importantly, we're dating now. I skipped that cutscene, but we are dating. Actually, that wasn't that slow. That was actually pretty fast, even with the memeing, so. Usually that fight takes around like 130. 140 if you're really unlucky.
Are we gonna talk about Dragon TF% now?
Oh yeah, we can. So the dragon's our
assumed you
girlfriend
were.
now. That's not a joke. We're dating now. I don't know if you have the quotes ready, but basically it's like a Romeo and Juliet love story, kind of. And Taro doesn't understand it, but that's because he's a coward. That was like the one thing that he was like, that he was very much like, I don't really want that, but the writer went, nah, we're doing it. And for reference, the writer for this game has worked on literally every Drakengard game except for Automata. Auto-tomato.
Far from a tomato.
Far from a tomato. Oh my goodness. What the? Okay, you know what? Screw you.
And before that doesn't kill it.
It's turning around basically.
I know.
No.
Survive in such a place.
But yeah, she's the mastermind writer behind all of them except for Automata. And she's the one who made it a love story.
Why not?
So you might see those Shrek and those donkey from Shrek images. They're just canon. That's just the game.
Yeah, I was gonna point out there's a meme that has Kime's face photoshopped over Donkey next to the dragon from Shrek, and that's so funny.
That's like actually just the story.
Just accurate. They came out around the same time, so I think Shrek was first, right?
I don't actually. Yes, I think so, but I don't know if the dragon romance was.
Wait, what Shrek movie did the dragon romance come in?
Wasn't it 2?
It happens on the fifth one. It's
I
on
thought it
the
was the
fifth
first
one, I
one.
believe. Yeah, it's on the fifth one.
Oh.
So in other words, this game could have been inspired by Shrek on their own.
I mean, I could see it.
So, the first idea they had was to make Kyle be in a relationship with another lady. But then he changed to the dragon. So that's how this ended up.
Anyway, now we have like the actual most annoying aerial enemy.
Oh, yes. This is actually, yeah, for sure the most annoying area. these are the Reapers. They're like Gourds, except more annoying because they just throw a sword at you, but you can't hit them while they're holding the sword.
Yeah, they just.
And the amount of
reflect
time
it.
that they'll hold the sword is just whatever they feel like.
Also, the sword hurts a lot.
Yep,
So.
and sometimes if you get too close to them, they'll keep holding the sword and they'll walk up and stab you, which just takes.
Come on, bud. Dang.
Come on, bud. Throw the sword. Just do it.
Nope,
Attack
he's-
me. There he goes. He's walking up to you to stab you.
Come here. Can you?
Good enemies.
Bro. There we go.
And they actually somehow managed to make these worse in Drakengard 2 because they messed up the coding somehow. So the enemy can actually despawn even if though you're in range for 2 attacks, so it'll throw the sword at you, and then the sword will respawn back on it because it's like it resets itself.
I'm
So it'll have
so
2
glad.
types. And it's
I'm so-
extremely annoying.
I'm so glad Drakengard 3 they are even easier. They literally do nothing. You just shoot at them and they die.
Yeah, Drakengard 3, they're not even a real enemy.
Yeah, but they're fake. Anyway, we are
But in
actually almost
Drakengard
done
2,
now. I say
Super
optimistically.
irritating. You got good pace. I think.
No, because my my timer got reset. So I think I'm like
Yeah, I know.
20 minutes at least.
I think you're like 220.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no, the ogres.
About 220. So we should still be underestimate even with the cutscenes.
What'd you put your estimate at?
245.
Oh yeah, I think you're fine. You haven't done this.
That being said, if we get super memed in these last 2 levels, I do have the A ending cutscene, so we can just skip to like the final boss if needed.
No, you got this. There's no escape cap. You have to play the
I don't.
levels.
I hate that level. It's not even this level. This level, knock on wood, is like annoying, and I do die on it, but it's not as infuriating as the last
Yeah,
one.
the last level is an experience.
So yeah, basically the rest of the game was like kindergarten, and you just got skipped right up to college for this level, for these last 2 levels.
Yeah.
The game really expects you to have like grinded out like all your weapons, like you have like a full like thing of like max level weapons.
Yeah, this level is completely awful if you try to do the time sword. It is just such a bad experience.
Also, you might have... We didn't talk about it, but you can actually level up Kaim and the dragon by killing stuff. The thing is, since we've been killing everything on the dragon, Kaim is under-leveled, which is really bad for these last 2 levels because you cannot use the dragon back here.
Yep, there's nowhere to fly back here. You have to use on the ground. And even if you could fly, the skeletons take a really long time to kill on the dragon.
Yeah, I actually did some testing for the last area, and it just takes so much time.
It's like, it's safe, but wow, it's so slow. And instead of doing that, we do possibly the most dangerous thing you could ever consider doing, which is, as we alluded to earlier, summoning like 7 waves of skeletons all at once and just hoping that they don't just destroy you.
Sometimes you just have to pay the price for friskiness. And we might do that, but I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna be safe and even grab the chest, so... Oh,
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Oh, I didn't build up
Oh,
speed.
God.
That's unfortunate.
Concerned Doge.
Anyway, these ogres just like to follow you everywhere. It's really annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these ogres are... All the other ogres kind of play nice and they don't chase you down with the skeletons, but these ogres, they really just want to like get up and see what's happening.
Yeah, they just
The
want to
worst
really...
way
They're very
possible.
noisy.
They just really want to ruin your day. Like,
And their attacks have no wind-up whatsoever. They come out like in maybe like 5 frames. It's so unfortunate.
excuse me.
No, imagine
Excuse me.
trying to fight them with dinosaur. So
Yeah.
like one of the big mistakes
What?
We're winning.
Okay, that's fine.
you can do playing this game casually. It's just playing everything with dinosaur.
Yeah.
Please don't do that
I
if
thought
you
I would
plan to
have
play
the-
this game
I
casually.
mean, that's really embracing the spirit of the game, because you're just
No.
trying to suffer more.
No,
Oh,
no.
Don't do it. Like,
Right. Let's see, are the ogres following me? They sure are! Hi, buds! Excuse me?
yeah, you do not want the ogres over here.
Oh god.
The skeletons are enough. Oh, concerned.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd just run all into that chest. Oh, that's a heal chest. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know that was there.
The weapon is, on the other side. Hey, the ogres... Okay, did they actually leave? Did they let me vibe?
Yeah, they left.
Okay.
Oh, I normally run down where this chest is, and then the skeletons will chase and the ogres can't. Never mind. I mean, the ogres can still potentially chase.
Yeah, they could just ruin your day sometimes, and there's really not much you can do about it.
Yeah, there's sometimes enemies will walk way too far. You're like, you're not supposed to be over here, buddy.
Yeah, next level,
Yeah,
that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, well.
Ah, lovely.
Also, Angelus doesn't want to get up now. So I just have to walk. She's scared of these little orb things.
Those orb things are actually terrifying, though. Those are the seeds of resurrection. Alright, and this is where Cath risks the entire level.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Even I am buffeted by the storms.
The thing is, with this many enemies, it's a lot easier to combo.
Yep. Like, it has its benefits. But it has not benefits.
Oh,
It has its
what the heck are you doing?
It's super scary. Like that.
Yeah. And if you enter this with like half health, it's terrible.
Yeah,
in the world record run, Neurotic enters this with like a quarter health and is on actually like the most minuscule amount of health.
Yeah, he literally has 1 health.
I wish he had his mic on for this because I just would want to hear the pop off and just nervousness during the entire
I can only imagine how many of
I
his
would be
runs died
absolutely
there.
unhinged if that happened to me.
Hearing the controller going crazy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you.
Ooh, the reaction times, the professional gamer plays. I am so impressed. That was tight.
Thank you.
That skeleton raised the spear up like I'm about to end your whole career.
Anyway, also,
Nope.
I've died here at this chest.
I luckily haven't died
It makes me really sad. You can get on the dragon to avoid it, but yeah, I didn't see that, but I figured it's our greatest supporter, Haas.
Oh god, look at this.
Yeah, they're really bad. So good job on everybody.
The only
catching
thing worse
them.
than skulls or the skeleton levels.
Well, there's also this level. So this level is the worst. We're
Remember
gonna
that
pray.
foreshadowing earlier where I said, "Hey, these wizards aren't red at least."
Smile.
Well, that was because there's red wizards and they're.
Oh, we saw them a
very
bit
irritating.
earlier.
Yeah, but these ones are worse because these red wizards will spawn spirits.
Oh no 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 no.
That's extremely
unfortunate.
concerning.
That's wow. They are really up in my business. You know
Yep,
what?
they
I'm just
are.
gonna take the reset here.
I was gonna say, just let them kill you. It's not even worth
Kill
it.
me.
It will just run you over, and it's like, okay.
Wow, now they're being nice.
Now they're all like, we're gonna do the really
Hello?
slow attack.
Hello?
Oh god.
No, we're just gonna do this instead. Since they're taking their time real quick. You don't want to get that low.
Yeah, there's only 1 health on this level.
There's 1 health on this level. And yeah.
Yeah, and you need it later. So the mages have this thing that we didn't really notice earlier because those mages were the boring ones. But they'll do this thing where they'll just block your attack. And that's like the last thing you
Oh my
ever want them
god,
to
what is
do.
happening?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is
so unfortunate. You know what? It's fine.
This is fine. I believe in you, Cath.
I've never gotten this trolled this
Tom,
well,
yeah,
actually,
this
no,
is-
that's not true.
This is a lot of being trolled. No, get the 13.
No, Pete.
Ah, that's so sad. Because you can hit dead bodies, but when they do the second flyaway, you can't hit them more. This is also the level where you have to touch
Oh my
paintings.
god, wow. Alright, this might be a reset too.
Yeah, I'd give it one more.
Yeah.
Potentially.
We'll see, maybe I can bring it back with the skeleton.
I think you have time though. You've got like 20 minutes. I think.
We'll see. I need to leave time so I can die to mana. The hardest boss fight in this game. No, no! Wow, I'm getting trolled.
But yeah, this level is probably the worst part of the run. It's really hard to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, I want to run Dot 1, and then they get to this part, and it's like, you know...
Maybe I don't.
Yeah, these are such a big filter.
Yeah, it's like if this level didn't exist, this run would be like so much more fun.
That's why we need Dragon Chief
Oh my god.
so we can just die at Wyrm, kill Wyrm, and be done with the run.
Nice, you know?
Yeah, there's more of them. Oh jeez. Oh, well.
Oh.
I didn't realize they had spawned that close. Also, my PS2 just likes to give up. Oh my god. Bro, please.
This level is literally only enemies that are extremely difficult.
They're not even difficult, they're just annoying.
Yeah, they just do a ton of damage.
Uh-oh.
Blue flash!
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna get the chest. We're gonna pray.
Oh boy, we need all the energy we can get.
Yeah, if y'all wanna... What the... Okay, or I can just lag out. Yeah, okay, cool, cool. So fun thing, if the frame rate drops for you, it doesn't always drop for the enemies. So like, I was trying to dodge there and they just owned me. It's unfortunate that we had to use the health chest there, because there's an extremely annoying part in about 20 seconds here, pretty much. Well, more like a minute. Of wizards and armor guys. Alright, you don't have to special time, that's fine.
He's doing it.
Oh lord, they're coming to ruin my day. Yeah, so
I saw
remember-
that one guy get aggroed. It's like, ah, there he goes.
So remember that part about the walk-up? They're not actually supposed to be...
They don't usually do that. Like, I swear they don't usually do that.
Oh my god, and we're doing it. Please don't, please don't.
These enemies have your number, do you think?
What the f- How did that not hit him? What?
Oh no! What's going on with that?
Hello? That usually hits him.
That guy's got his spacing perfect. He's probably trained so hard for that.
Purposefully there to ruin my speedrun. Oh god, and wizards.
The game learns.
Ah, yes. So here are wizards, but extremely annoying, because one amazing thing about those spirits is they have this lovely attack, that one in fact, that will knock you on your butt. and that is probably the worst thing that can happen when you're next to one of these wizards.
Also, for some
Otherwise, they're
reason,
not
these
that
ones are
annoying.
really tanky.
Yeah, they're really tanky, and they can block
How
attacks.
did that hit me?
That was kind of BS.
Bro.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're just like, hey, 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 you're gonna be on the floor now.
I am really...
Yeah, they are very weak, but they are so annoying.
Yeah, they die in one hit, but they can just...
Alright, here's the annoying wizards. Oh, this is where the GG for me. They're out of sync, too. Bro.
Nice. Use your magic on the spirits. Okay, there's only one. You got this.
Well, the wizard also reflects magic, which is why
Yeah, I know. But I normally magic on the spirits if I'm really screwed, because then the spirits aren't in the way.
This is gonna be a reset. I'll be straight up with you.
Concerned, though. I believe in you, Cass.
Nope, this is it.
Oh no.
That's it. GG.
I believe.
I got very trolled by this level.
Wait, you can heal.
Evil hatred.
No.
In a child such as
Yes. Come on. Just keep
Nope,
hitting him. Oh, I
nope.
give up. I believe in you. Wait, no, you can do it. You can do it. This is the easy wave.
But they die too quickly to get health off of, is the issue. I mean, worst case, like I said, my memory card has A ending, so we can just...
There's literally one level after this that we have to play, and that level's super easy.
Whoa, that level's super hard. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, meme time.
Block. Don't get gooed, don't get gooed.
Oh, no, no, no. There we go.
only the priestess remains.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. F. Don't do it, homie. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're gonna donate for anything, please donate for that. If nothing else in this run, please donate. I was clenching.
Shit, that
was too much for me.
Everyone in this chat
That
was
took like 10
clenching.
years off my life. I was like, I can't even say. There's like no words I can say here.
That's
This is
just so
terrifying.
hard, though.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I've done that so many times. It's awful to have to do that because they can so easily.
Oh my
kill
god,
you.
I'm
It's so
sweating
hard.
so bad.
Oh my god.
Please donate
Please,
for nothing
don't
else.
donate. It's deserved, please.
Oh, it's okay. The hierarch Vertle is gonna take care of it now.
I literally am shaking right now. Anyway, time to die for the.
Jesus.
Oh my god,
Christ.
I'm literally
That was
sweating.
terrifying. I'm sweating and I was just watching.
Unfortunately, it wasn't deathless because I did reset, but I'm still gonna take it. Because I should have died like
the first 5 seconds though.
I should have died like 8 times in that.
Yeah.
I mean, also Angelus can fit in this room. She just didn't want to help. She just wasn't up to it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why this happens. Is there a novella that explains this?
This just happens. This is what happens.
This just happens. I mean, there might be something, but it's very...
and becomes a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We're about to hit time, and then we have a few more cutscenes, and then... hello? Why aren't you... What? Oh, okay. Game is really trolling me today.
It is.
This is pretty brutal.
This is like playing on hard
What's happening?
mode.
We're killing mana. We're fighting mana. We're not gonna kill her. Spoilers, but
We're gonna see Mana in Drakengard too.
yeah, she's a character in Drakengard too. It's really cool.
Like the best part of that game.
Yeah, it's the second best after Time being.
Spoilers, Kaim is in Drakengard too.
I mean, that's like the best sell for Drakengard 2. Hey, Time's in it.
Well,
Time.
I was late on timer there, but it's
Yeah, no, you're perfectly on time. GG. Good run. I clinched so hard.
Me too. Almost cried. I think I would have cried. And we do have a few more cutscenes to watch. We're gonna watch. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a couple donations.
Yeah, go for it.
If I can read them. Okay, there's $10 from the Gamification. $5 from Volty Busby that just says GG.
Thank you.
$100 from Your God Lauren again, saying, I heard Rod screaming about that clutch play from behind 2 closed doors.
Yeah, I bet so.
And $10 from an anonymous donator.
Thank you guys. We're gonna whoppity wop Mana. Thank you for all the
sure not to
donations.
scream into my mic.
We are loved.
Yeah, thank you.
You hate me, don't you?
Whoppity wop.
Kill me if you want.
Yeah, she's just a regular 6-year-old now.
Come on, warrior.
She's no longer
Kill
possessed.
Kill me. Don't hold back. Whoppity wop. Kill little
Whoppity
mama.
wop.
I don't mind. I am loved. I am loved, you know.
Whoppity wop.
See? Mother has to love me. If the gods love me.
And she's just having a moment. Don't worry too much about it.
Kill me. Kill me. If you don't, I'll do something. If you hate me, then kill me. Kill me. Just one big smash. Oh, don't hate me, Mother. Please. Please, I'm gonna die, you see?
Anyway, Mana has like a whole backstory that we didn't really talk about because it's not relevant to this route.
Yeah, and it's not explained in this route.
Kill me, I don't mind. Kill me, please.
Anyway, she's like just a regular 6-year-old and she's caused the death of thousands, if not millions, so the weight of her crimes is starting to really set in.
Yeah, and her backstory doesn't really justify
Yeah,
it at all.
I mean, she is possessed.
It's all kind of tragic.
You will suffer under the
Man, we found her a fate worse than death, traveling around with Kaim for like years.
Yeah, I'm sure Kaim could raise a child. What could go wrong with that?
Imagine the...
Smile.
Imagine how awkward that would be, though, just walking around with Kaim for like a year and he just doesn't say anything.
Goddess at once. Another sacrifice to the seal.
Yeah.
I am an executioner.
But don't worry, she gets a redemption arc. I mean, I don't know if it's a redemption arc.
I
She
don't
gets
know
an
about
arc
that.
in Drakengard too.
Wait, pet the dragon, GF. Pet the dragon, GF.
Pet the dragon.
There we go.
Pat.
Pet the dragon.
Yes, I feel better now. I shall be the seal. No human can match my strength.
I need to get a Pat the Dragon GF emote at some point.
Do you know what you offer?
We reached the next goal? Good job, guys! Wow!
Yeah. Gaming.
GG!
Means we need to add another meme.
Donations.
We have to add another meme. I don't think I have any more. That are...
What?
No, I
that we can post.
Yeah,
oh,
that we
okay,
can post.
Yeah,
Plus the game's over. So.
Kath, don't forget to ha.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
Oh. Headset warning, by the way.
Only if Rod does. I don't
No, I'm not gonna yell.
Oh, okay.
galek ne alifrena tila. Galek ne alifrena tila.
Yeah, normally I scream as loud as I can when he says ha.
One time he screamed so loud that the mic didn't catch the sound.
Yeah, it just peaked too hard.
Anyway, our beautiful dragon GF is now the seal that our sister was.
And her sister's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really know what happened to Inuart. He kind of just like,
he went
blew
off to start the
there.
plot of Dawn 2.
Yeah. And oh boy, what a plot that starts off with.
Anyway, yeah, it's a spoiler. Her name is Angelus. It's never revealed until this ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never say her name up
Yeah, I
until
didn't say her
last.
name in the first like 10 minutes.
Anyway, she cares that much about him that she puts aside her pride to actually let a human know her name. So, but it's a big thing in Drakengard 2, and like actually the best part of Drakengard 2. So you should actually play
By a
Drakengard
lot.
2, but only for that part. Anyway, this is also the happiest ending that you get in this game.
Yeah, your sister dies, millions of people die, a child's completely scarred.
But look, the
you
sky
lose
is
your
blue.
dragon GF. But the sky's blue, don't worry. Other endings are significantly worse than
Is
this
it your
ending.
will that we should live on?
'Cause you're like,
It's also
wow, I
the
can't wait to
most-
get the happy ending.
This is also the most normal
literally.
ending that you can get in this game. So.
And there's one less dialogue line if you skip the credits, by the way. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
remember
know,
that
I
one.
know that one.
Okay.
Good end. Yeah, this is the good end. I play the Final Fantasy victory music right there.
We saved the realm.
On sacrifices countless, will a new shrine be built by the hands of the gods.
And that's ending A. 4 endings remain.
Yep. And we're not getting
Yeah,
those
we're not
tonight.
getting those today.
Enough suffering for now.
Maybe if there's enough money made at this marathon, can do all endings as an incentive, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
You have to do final song. You want more
Oh,
cast?
bye.
Not that hard.
Not that hard. But yeah, that's the run. Oh, and we're gonna go out on growing wings. So thank you guys so much for coming. Thanks for letting us share 2 Drakengards at this marathon, even though the other one was very last second. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks
the
for-
slice.
for showcasing these games. I have one final donation. It is from Rod G for
Wow.
$25. It says,
What a
GG
weirdo.
Cath, let's get the goal.
Thank you, Rod.
Oh man, yeah. Thanks for filling in the other one too. That was awesome.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully we didn't go too overestimate, but hey.
Nah, that's
Stick
fine.
around for the rest of the really cool games.
Did you guys have anything you wanted to plug?
Sponsored by Drakengard.com.
Sponsored
Yeah,
by
if you wanna-
Follow
Drakengard.com.
Kath.
If you are interested in running or just hanging around with Cathelios people, just come here. There are a lot of resources and guys. So yeah.
Give me that bot. Oh, it didn't.
I turned the link protection off.
Yeah, sponsored by Drakengard.com. Follow my lovely commentators as well. It's in
No,
Toner
follow Kath.
Alice and Rod G
Follow that,
1400.
yeah, and Rob.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead and go to the BRB screen. Thanks so much, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.